1, 2, 3.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a glorious and depressing couple weeks. We got football back. Obviously, you saw our predictions.
Yep.
So how are y'all faring out so far, guys?
I'm not doing half bad. I could be doing better. Yeah, the Vikings started off rough and got worse and injured. So, recap from, the first and second week. It's just, we started off with JJ finding himself in the fourth quarter and then apparently didn't find himself again in the last game against... Oh, God, that was rough.
Yeah.
But poor guy. Can I just tell you, it's what a moment he had in game one.
But even then...
That comeback, and then it just, all goes to God.
So then here's the thing. I don't think it was truly his fault entirely in this last game. The reason being, he was obviously rough, but at the same time, everybody was getting hurt. We were already going into the game with 4 of our starters out.
Yeah.
And then a couple of people, hamstring, concussion protocol, ankle, and then throughout the game, more people got hurt.
I was going to say, there was a lot of whistles for injury on
There
that.
were so many people.
You can only do so much.
Right, yeah.
Really. And we joke as Cowboys fans, but last season,
yeah,
it was 3 weeks in, and we're like, well, there's everybody.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I'm feeling.
You kind of just roll with it.
Even JJ's out for against the Bengals next week.
What did he hurt?
His ankle.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he finished the game.
Yeah, he finished the game, but he was getting hit hard enough where he probably was feeling it.
Well, I commend him for finishing the game. I mean, he's lucky if he is just missing a week.
We'll see. I mean, we got Carson Wentz as the backup, so it'll be interesting to see.
Enough.
Somebody capable, but at the same time, it's half our O-line is now second stringers at this point.
Yeah,
so,
that's going to be the hard part, because Carson ain't known for his quick feet.
No.
Not
so much.
What a difference a day
and age.
You know
yeah, exactly.
It's depressing because so far I was looking at when I was looking at the predictions again, rewatching it, ours. I was like, okay, I felt pretty good. There was a couple of yours where I'm like, where I think you said, oh, I think I feel good about it, and I was like, oh no, and I'm like, oh no, it can be good. But then we're always cursed because it's the same thing with Cowboys. Where I'm like, I think so far we're right where we said 1 loss, 1 win. I think we said we beat the Giants.
Yeah,
I think we predicted a loss to the Eagles opener. And then I think we had hope that.
But to your point of what the most important week was going to be, though, it's that first week y'all came out and nearly got the Eagles. Yeah, that was impressive.
What a fascinating thing! Yeah, it's we played so good against the Eagles, almost won. We had moments we could have won that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Up. And then the second week, where I'm like, either the Giants are better than we think they are, or Cowboys played down to we talked about. They played down to their skill set.
Yeah, 100%. Because they have all the pieces, really. I mean, defense is lacking a little without.
I mean, Russell Wilson was still doing Russell Wilson things because he was. I think that changed everything. The fact that he was still able to make the throws that he was making kept them in the game.
Oh, he could get the ball downfield, and it really stopped our momentum of doing anything.
Because how much time did we have left? It was 40 seconds when we scored and we went up again. And then they came back and won. They came back and went up again.
Yeah, they had under a minute, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we came for the field goal. What did we had 20-something seconds?
Yeah, it was I think less because he was at the 60-yard mark. I think there was 5 or 6 seconds.
Right. That was something.
Well, I guess we had 20 seconds left to get to that point.
Yeah, to get to that point.
Cold-blooded though with the 64-yard.
I wonder if that one is actually less pressure than something you're supposed to make. Because he lines up at the 60. He's like, if I make it, I'm a hero.
Right.
If I don't, nobody expects me
But
to
it's still also it's still pressure. It's still pressure on the line though.
Oh, for sure. For sure, especially with as many flags as have been thrown on the line.
Oh my gosh.
We got the one dude who gets 4 flags in 5 plays.
Oh, that was crazy.
On the Giants.
It was weird because it was moments. It was just flag after flag, and then it was okay, now we're scooting ahead, and then now we're down again. And it's just it was a good game. If you just look at it for what it was.
Sure.
It was an entertaining game.
Oh, absolutely.
Every defensive coordinator tearing their hair out. But offensive coordinators are loving it. Okay.
You look at it as a fan, you're like, this shouldn't have been like this.
Yeah.
But maybe the Giants are better than we think, and that's why it gave them so much trouble. I choose to believe that.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next week. Mm-hmm. And then with you, I mean,
I really
injury
don't know.
bug, man.
It really is.
Injury bug, and McCarthy, I mean, everybody knew it's a lot of pressure coming in, so it's hard.
Yeah, and then in watching the game, it's obviously he wasn't throwing everything where he should have. Obviously, he had an interception, not a pick six, thankfully, but every throw that he picked was the right decision in the wrong spot. So it's he was going to the right guy, but instead of doing it on the outside shoulder, he'd throw it low and behind, or he'd throw it into the ground instead of above, or he threw it. There's one pass where it was to Naylor, and he threw it way above
his head,
and then Naylor managed to snag it and bring it down. But it's it's stuff like that where it's if he had thrown it a foot one way or the other,
Right.
it would have changed the entire game. For
Yeah.
sure. Because there was a couple stretches where we'd get to, that's why we scored so many field goals at the beginning, because he got us into field goal range
Yep.
with some great throws when he had the time to make it.
Yeah.
And then just couldn't, we couldn't find the right spot in the end zone.
Yeah.
And it's hard to blame him. He was on the move a lot.
Yeah.
He was. That pocket was shrinking.
I mean, and you
every
showed
play.
like in the
Like, poor
in the
guy.
game versus well, actually Penix was doing it too though. Like the better part of it, he was releasing. They made a comment on it. He was releasing it in 2 seconds or less.
Yeah.
And whereas JJ was holding it for 3.5,
Yep.
Isn't it
and then
crazy?
pocket collapsed.
1 second, 1 second
crazy.
ruins it.
Exactly.
You just get annihilated.
Right.
Well-
but just to make that snap decision and to put it in the right spot makes all the difference.
Now, can you
obviously.
blame the OC a little bit on that? I mean, if the pocket's
Oh, for
collapsing,
sure.
don't you throw some quick passes?
Oh no, there was the
Like just some thought here.
Oh yeah, there was a couple times where he got sacked or almost got sacked, and the dude just blew his cover.
Yeah.
Entire. Like it was like he went straight, and maybe that's what the play was designed supposed to do. But he let that guy run,
Yeah.
like just wildly past him, and then untouched.
Well, it's kind of like you look back and you go, what would have made one play change the game?
Mm-hmm.
It was
Right.
kind of like in week 1 with Cowboys and Eagles because it was like the final drive where we had a chance to try
Mm-hmm.
to take the lead, and then Dak just kept throwing it and throwing it and throwing it, and then it was 1 and 10, 2 and 10, 3, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, what did so good the first half was we were like a mixed bag. Like
Yeah.
our running game wasn't perfect, but we were able to run past them a bit.
Yeah.
Then you can throw it a short throw and get the first down.
Right.
So I'm like, I look at that and I'm like, one different play would have maybe done,
Yeah.
could have changed. I mean, you just never know. It's a
Yeah.
butterfly
You never
effect.
know.
You just never know, and we won't know. But you learn from it, and we'll play them again.
Mm-hmm.
With Minnesota, I'm like, I wouldn't count them out yet because it's kind of like the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you lose. I know JJ's, not Burrow, but like Burrow getting hurt, and they still found a way to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but
I don't think Minnesota's out of
difference
it.
is
but
Burrow's
you-
out for 3 months now, though.
Yeah,
with that turf
that's
toe.
crazy.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
Who's his
Yeah.
backup?
I forget.
I have to look it up. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Because I don't even know. They found a way to win. I mean, they were playing Jacksonville, but I'm just like, I know.
Yeah. Because
Sorry,
like
all you
Jamar,
Jacksonville
yeah,
fans.
Jamar Chase was still putting up good points though. Because like I have him on fantasy, and he still put up like in our league 30-something points
doing
right
good,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So they managed to really seal
They
it
have
up.
somebody who knows how to throw to him.
Yeah.
Because I know they always worry about backups. Because I know for a little bit it was like when who was backup for Dak? I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. The
We,
tank
we
commander.
literally say his name all
Yeah.
the time.
But yeah, so
Whoever it was.
him.
When
yeah.
they were worried
Jake
about him.
Browning, by the way. That's
Jake
who.
Browning.
That's who's
Oh,
the
Jake
that's
Browning?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I can tell you who he is.
But exactly though. He's been studying though.
He's threw 21 for 32, and he threw
21 for 32.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Burrow went out early.
Yeah, I guess I was wanting to see at first. I didn't know he got hurt. I was
This
watching
might be
that
his
game.
year average, but this was his only game, right? So far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, why does Burrow only give me 7 points and then never again? And then my group chat for work lit up and was like, sorry, Chase. And I was like, what?
Yep,
What do you mean
that'll do it.
sorry?
Yep.
And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I wonder he's
3
got me
months.
no points.
That's rough.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
That's
I
really
already
rough.
dropped him. I was like, I'm not even going to keep
Oh
him.
yeah,
for 3 months. There's no
I'll put him
point.
on IR and
No.
see what happens.
Herbert's my backup, so I'm starting him, and then I'm trying to pick up, I think Lawrence, because I'm like, there's no one good
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
But at least I need somebody who, when that bye week is there, I can just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to pick up Wentz and see if he can pull some
Dude,
pull a
you might
miracle
as well.
out.
That's,
That's
the
like-
homer. That's the homer
Yeah.
play right there.
Yeah, you
Did
might
you
as
have
well.
McCarthy?
No, I didn't have
Oh, okay.
McCarthy. No,
Okay.
no, I had Burrow. That's why. So
You had Burrow too?
yeah, I had
Oh,
Burrow in
man.
that league. Yeah.
Who was your backup?
It was I think Stafford.
Okay.
So who's been okay, but not putting. I think he put up like 13, 15
He does
points or
that.
something like that. Like
Really? Is that all he's been?
yeah, he didn't put up a whole lot. Like I'd
Wow.
have to,
Look, we'll
to
get
check that league.
into
But
more of the season stuff, but I tell you, can we get tight ends some love?
seriously,
There's no tight end. Tight ends are getting no love.
no, Ferguson
Ferguson?
did some work,
Cowboys
especially
love their
overtime.
tight ends.
And
Yeah.
old boy for Green Bay, when I sat him on the
Oh,
bench like a fool.
Kraft.
Yes,
Kraft.
like a
Yeah.
damn
Yeah.
fool.
He had a great game.
A great game. And
Phenomenal
if I would have
game.
started him, I would
And
have
if Love gets, that's Jordan Love, right? Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Love gets used to throwing it to that tight end, I mean, a
It's gonna be
good
very
tight
well.
end
Oh, yeah.
can make a
yeah.
quarterback's career. Because I mean, you think about all the great quarterbacks had a favorite
they're
tight
big
end.
targets. They're
Well,
just and if especially if they're big enough to block and catch
Yeah.
above everybody.
Well, in your first
yeah.
and second read go down, a tight end sitting at the 6.
Yep.
Just ready. He's 6
Yep.
yards out.
well, and it's like you take out the few who got some points. More often than not, none of them got points.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, come on. Like,
Yeah.
give me a point. Like the
Yeah.
Minnesota game, I was like, I needed the tight end for Minnesota to
Hawkinson,
get, yes. I needed him to get like 10 to 15
Literally
points.
anything.
Anything. and he got one catch the entire time.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
like, I lost by 5.
Yep.
So had he gotten anything,
Yep.
I would have won.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I feel like that with Justin Fields. I have Justin Fields. He had 2 points as a quarterback.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's pretty low.
That's rough.
Speaking of quarterbacks, what did y'all think about Jalen Carter? Had a rough game.
I mean, here's the thing.
So 25 yards? Is that what I saw?
Ouch. That hurts.
Is that what I saw? I may not be right, but either way,
Let's see.
they did end
Wasn't
up
a lot,
winning the
though.
game,
Yeah.
even though he made or didn't have a great game. Which hey, credit to the run game
Yeah.
because
I mean, yeah, it's hard to make up when you have like less than 30 yards of air
and
yardage.
and maybe that was just that sounds like that stat couldn't be real.
And yet there's more than a likely chance that it was. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't have no service.
I can't
But either way, I know he didn't have a great game.
No.
He really, really didn't. Did you see the clip of him at the last the last spike or kneel or whatever
No,
it was?
I didn't.
The other team was talking trash about how bad he was, and he was like, still won.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. It's like,
Oh, dude.
less than 100 yards, and we
Yeah.
still won.
Well,
yeah.
that's what's so funny. Is like, guys, it's about the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I get-
if you can do all that and win, it's
That's
like,
a real middle school argument. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, my team sucks, but you
Your
can't
stats,
beat me
your
one on
stats
one.
are horrible.
Right.
In this
Boo.
That's where you go. You
this
know, the
team
coach
game.
goes back into the guys. It was a team effort.
Yeah.
And then secretly, when they go into like their QB meeting later that week, it's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah,
Like,
for
what-
sure.
what's wrong, bro? Like, come on now.
What do you say? Because I think JJ, he's expecting to get his 4 from the QB room.
Yeah.
What do you say to like a veteran quarterback with Super Bowls and everything? It's got to be a much harder conversation to have.
Yeah.
Because like with Carter, he's respected at the very least.
I mean, I think at that point it's more just like, all right, you got the 1 week out of the
Yeah.
year. Let's not do that again and move on.
It has to be.
Because at that point, you know he's going to go study film. You know what to study for that. You know,
100%.
how he can improve himself. With JJ, you have an experienced quarterback whisperer like O'Connell going, all right, he's going to sit him down and go, all right, here's what happened. But at the same time, like I was saying earlier, it's not a full like breakdown on only JJ. It's like, all right, hopefully the O-line doesn't collapse again. Hopefully you can actually get out, have more than a second and a half in the pocket every time.
Yeah.
And then it's just a matter of, all right, in this scenario, put the ball here, put the ball there. Because I think that, more than anything, was JJ's problem, is just put the ball in the right spot. He made the right decisions, and that's...
Which is going to be part of being rushed.
Exactly, yeah.
When you're getting pressure from the side, you're trying to get the
Honestly,
ball out.
to me, the fact
hard.
that he was able to make those decisions while getting pressured was great.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to see from a young quarterback.
Yeah, because that was 3 years ago when we had Cousins. It was the year that he was on that quarterback series, and he was getting bruised up. It was a problem. Cousins always held the ball for a half second too long, but he during that season, makes the right decision to throw, just eats the hit, but that's a veteran quarterback who makes that decision.
Yeah.
You have two options there. Either you make the quick decision and hope it's the right one because you have the knowledge for it, or you take the hit and know you're making the right decision.
Yeah.
And so that's just experience at that point of, all right, do you take the hit or do you just make the snap call and hope it works?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can only hope that it continues.
Well, and it's one of those things. It's kind of like with basketball, where I go like, "You're there for a reason." So if our star gets hurt, you're here for a reason. You're on this team for a reason. Please, just don't go out there and just be abysmal.
Yep.
Like just go out
that's
there,
exactly
like, Just please throw the ball to who you need to.
Jameis Winston is now the third string for New York.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's now the his third string. Yes,
He's third.
practice
Yeah,
squad,
I
right?
say,
I think Dart is ahead of him, right?
Yeah,
So
they
go-
just named him
so-
second, and he had a really good interview where that's what he was like. He's like, "This is my role that I'm in.
Yeah.
I have to accept it. I have to be ready to play like I'm a starter."
Right. Especially nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just good to see a guy have that attitude.
He's got such a positive attitude. Whenever you hear him talk, he's always so positive.
I aspire to be like him one
Seriously,
day. 'Cause that
yeah.
dude can turn any rainy day into sunshine and rainbows.
Well, I think
honestly.
he I don't want to say got humbled, but I think he's had to learn to be this way. Because I
Yeah.
think if he would have been this way in Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
that's because because then Brady took his spot, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like when he was there, part of the thing
Or was
so-
it Fitzpatrick?
I
Did
think
it
he took
go?
Fitzpatrick's spot?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah. So when
but I could be wrong on that.
Fitzpatrick,
Yeah, we'll have to-
him, then Brady, I think.
we'll have to
But then,
check that.
but,
Check that.
but now
wherever he was.
yeah.
I know part of the stuff there, it just seemed like he was probably one of. I mean, no one likes getting beat up and losing.
Right.
If you get beat up and win, great.
But that was
Right.
Tampa for a long up until Brady hit.
Yeah.
Like
It was
obviously
rough.
you had your Fitz magic for just a little bit there, and then it fizzled out,
Yeah.
and then Winston couldn't get anything going on, and then Tom Brady was just Tom Brady at that point, who pulled Gronk out of retirement for one more.
But if you had to pick to be a third string somewhere, Giants are it.
Yeah.
Because let's say, because here's the thing, Giants are 0-2. No matter how Russell plays,
But
if they lose a third time,
strong 0-2 though, honestly.
true. But if you let's say you lose a third game, no matter what,
Right.
good or bad, you lose
Yeah.
a third game. At that point, do you then try Dart to see if he can
Yeah.
get something different going? Because it's not all on him.
Because Russ is
but-
already
Right.
on his essentially his last stretch here.
Yeah.
Because
Pretty much.
he obviously got out of Pittsburgh, didn't do a whole lot there, and then now he's hoping, the Giants revive his career.
Yeah.
And if he can't pull it up, then yeah, it comes on to Dart, and if you don't prove yourself in 1 or 2 games,
Because if you
it's
drop
a quick switch.
Yeah, because if you take Dart out, or if you take
Right.
Wilson out and you try Dart and then lose again, and then give him a couple games and then keep losing, and you're like, well, might as well try Winston now.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly, yeah.
And then maybe he wins, right?
And then
Yeah.
And then you go, okay,
Yeah,
and then you kind
absolutely.
of revisit. So I think there's a better shot at him getting a chance this season than anywhere else.
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Unless
for
you're
sure.
unless you're Minnesota, then chances are
Hey,
you're starting
I'm
next
hoping
week.
we
Pretty
pull
high.
like
Or
a
49ers.
I'm hoping we pull like a
Their
Flacco
whole
here,
team's
just
gonna be
like
on the IR.
pull an old man out and hope that it works properly.
Poor Flacco.
Or
Yeah.
or
He's just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
or we pull a reverse Wentz on it, where he
Yeah.
got injured and then Foles took him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Took him all
I'm
the way.
hoping to switch it around where
It's his turn.
It's his turn, baby.
My time to be called
Oh,
up.
we can only hope.
Dude, what a depressing story that I know this is off on tangent.
He
but
gets
like,
his ring,
I'm
but
not even. I know, but I'm
yeah.
like, would you want it though? Because granted, he got
Yeah.
them there.
Yeah.
he
Yes.
got them there. He
Yes,
just
he
he
didn't
got
play
the
the Super
position,
Bowl.
yeah.
So like,
That's-
you get him all the way to the Super Bowl. You don't even get to play, and they win, and you get a ring. I'd be like, yeah, I got you here, but I didn't even get to play
I
the
think
damn
there was
game.
I think there was
Right.
an interview that came out that for a brief point in the locker room later that season, or like in the summer in the season, he like had that mentality where it's like for a brief second, then somebody like snapped him out of it.
Yeah.
But he had that whole like pissy attitude of
I'm telling you right now, if I got a ring, even if I stole it, y'all wouldn't hear the end of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
just, listen,
absolutely.
Every time I spoke, you would see my ring.
Yeah.
That's how that would work.
Yeah.
So, yes, I would want the ring for sure.
Who was the quote that like
Brian
for-
Scalabrine?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's my
it's
boy.
like I sat the bench, and then in
Yeah.
10 years I'm gonna be starting,
Uh-huh.
and then in 20 years I made the winning shot.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's
Yeah,
exactly. it.
Scalabrine was the
Yeah.
like comedic relief. Jameis Winston is kind of the comedic relief. There's always that guy who's
Yeah.
just. But I think Winston really isn't the worst quarterback.
No,
He's
no.
probably a backup somewhere.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I would have
But
put
he's
him on
been what 11 years.
longer than it seems,
He's had a
which
long
is crazy.
career. For,
It seems like journeyman quarterbacks now more than ever are like really holding on to that. All right, you're still good enough to play, so just keep hopping
Yep.
around and hope you get your shot.
Well,
Honestly, because there's no longer franchise quarterbacks anymore, with
No,
the
it's
exception
not like it used to
of
be.
like Mahomes, and that's really about
Carter.
it. Yeah,
Carter probably.
yeah, but he's not a big name to like. He's stayed there, but
Yeah.
that's just because they haven't been able to get anybody to come.
That's true.
Let's be honest.
That's true.
Like the closest you can get to like franchise quarterbacks, Dak now, because
We
he's
franchise everybody.
Yeah, we
right?
franchise everybody. Patrick Mahomes.
Give it another year. it'll be
Patty,
up.
yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
And then I guess like now you could say like Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, for the first few years.
Goff
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Well, Allen.
Allen, yeah.
Allen will be franchised.
Yeah.
For sure. If they don't give him
But it's
franchise
like
tag, I don't know
it's
what the point
definitely a
is.
shorter list than what
Oh,
it used
yeah.
to be. Cause
Used to franchise tags were thrown around all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. But even
Well,
just like
yeah, right. I feel like,
But even
now-
just like quarterbacks that would stay with a team for their entire career
Yeah.
and be great at that place with like your Peyton Mannings, your Tom Brady's, your Eli's,
Tony
you know,
Romo's.
Tony Romo's, exactly. It's like you had your Brett Favre's.
Just throw that
you
in
know.
there.
Yeah. But hey, he was a good quarterback. He was a great
he was
quarterback.
a good quarterback. He,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just never got the shot.
Yeah.
That catch ruined our whole life. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah.
I'll go back that,
We
that
digress.
cursed it
We
for
digress.
10
Yeah.
years.
I do want to throw a correction out. He took 25 attempted throws. That's
Okay.
what it was, and he only had 100 yards.
That's what it
exactly.
was.
Oh, okay.
But still, 100 yards of
That's pretty
air
rough.
offense is
That's
still
pretty rough.
And
Yeah.
that's hurt.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think it can go on Jalen Carter, but it's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurt. So I'm going to give you all a few 0-2s that we have right now. Week 2.
Yeah.
So it's not the panic button just yet. And y'all tell me who you think we can turn it around, right? Jets? You think
I-
they turn it around?
I don't think so. I think they're not going to be as bad, but they're definitely not going to turn it around to a positive scenario.
I think
don't
there will be some players worth having on fantasy
Yeah.
for the empty stats.
Well, and the thing is too, so you have above them New England is 1-1, and then Buffalo's 2-0. So that goes
Yeah.
2-0, 1-1, 0-2. And then
They're in a
Miami-
rough they're in a rough category. there.
Miami's 0-2. So do you think they'll turn around? Every time I see that, I feel like
think
they're all about to
there's-
have a panic attack.
I think there's too much frustration now between everybody involved.
yeah,
I don't
Tyreek
think-
isn't thrilled.
No, he is not.
And is it Tua? It's Tua.
Yeah, Tua.
Yeah.
Dude, week 1 was when he was freaking the heck out. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I think their coach has a bit too much of a laissez-faire, attitude, or is kind of, he's too. I don't know how he is in like the actual coach's room,
Right.
but
Yeah.
at least publicly, he just seems way too laid back to
Right.
be an effective long-term head coach.
Yeah, 100%. It'll. The problem is when you come off like that, and I know it's like media related, where they're like, "Oh, he's the cool young guy."
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it's different.
Now he
Hey,
just kind
your
of seems.
Celtics had
he
that
just-
guy for a long time.
That's true. Yeah, dude, our guy right now. But yeah, he's so deadpan. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
like our guy currently. Cleveland Browns are 0-2. Texans and Tennessee are 0-2.
I think the Texans turn it around.
Yeah, because I mean Jacksonville's 1-1
Yeah.
and Colts are 2-0.
I think that the Texans at the very least 500
Yeah,
probably.
for sure.
I could see them making a wild card.
Because
got-
who would have thought the Colts were going to be this good?
Right.
Going into it.
There's a few of these that are just wide open. I mean, it's only week 2, but like you can
Right.
just tell by how they're playing currently.
Yeah.
It's going to be a wide open. Kansas City's 0-2, but you have Denver who's 1-1 and Las Vegas 1-1 and Clippers 2-0.
Denver should be 2-0 though, with that
Yeah.
whole field
Yeah.
goal debacle.
That was crazy,
Oh.
which goes back to the Colts being 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean that's crazy because that
But-
game is
Actually,
wild.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's wild.
Interesting. Is this the end of the Mahomes Kansas City reign?
I think so.
I think it's near the end. It's definitely he had his peak and now is coming off of that.
Oh, for sure.
I think he managed to pull something else together. I think they go for sure even on the year.
But I mean, if we're talking about like
So-
dynasties,
But
when you go
he's
to
not-
going even,
the dynasty is over.
So
I
I'm
think the
calling it-
dynasty is
it's a
over.
wrap.
I'm calling it right now. We need a hot take. Right?
Yep.
They're not going to make the postseason.
Taylor
Going
know
from,
what?
going from a Super Bowl contender.
Because here's the deal. I'm
Taylor's
not
gonna
saying
leave
they won't.
Travis if
I'm
that
not saying they're not
happens.
going to win any games, right? They are going to win some games, but Denver should have won the last game just based on the technicality.
Right.
They should be 2-0. Chargers. Sorry,
Clippers?
Clippers. Clippers. Chargers are 2-0, which I feel like they're going
Yeah.
to be
Right.
consistent. They're going to
Yeah.
be the top this year in that division. Raiders, it is what it is. They'll rotate out.
Yeah, I think
3
they'll
and
be
4.
fighting for the Raiders
Yeah.
for the wild card if it's going to be a fight.
I'm calling it. I don't think Kansas City will make a wild card
I think
because they're
I have a feeling they'll be a
Mahomes-
wild card type team.
Well, because if you look at it, their defense is not that great. It wasn't a big loss to Philly, but it was like I feel like they really had to try.
But they keep
They
getting,
really had
well,
to
and it started with the Super Bowl where like everybody was waiting for the other shoe to drop, and
Yeah.
I was talking about it last year. It's like they're gonna get exposed because they're finally gonna hit a team that will actually be competent, that will poke all the holes, and they
Right.
did.
Well-
that's exactly what happened, and it's still continuing through this year.
Yeah, well, and look and put it in in basketball terms, right? For anybody who maybe don't watch football, but like Golden State, they changed the game. They were dominant. They won all those championships in a row, and then people had to learn and evolve to beat that club.
Right.
So you look at Kansas City, where it's like, were they revolutionary? No, but they were winning. They're winning.
Right.
Like
They were
they're
winning.
making Super
Yep.
Bowl. If they're not winning the Super Bowl, they're in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So it's like to get that, you have to learn how to beat that. I
Right.
think teams
Right.
right now, some of these
And-
teams that were doo-doo are coming
And they're
up.
also they're old, and they're only a fraction of the team that they had back then. You have your Patrick Mahomes, and you have your Travis Kelce, and you have Reed as the coach.
Yeah. Yep.
Otherwise, the rest of the team is comparatively stripped.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
especially since they have Xavier Worthy, who's
They have
still
Worthy,
out.
yeah.
But he's going to be out till what, week 7, week
He's gonna
8?
be out a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know what injury he has.
he's suspended because of the whole car accident thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why he's out.
The whole
I was
car
like, man,
accident
I
thing,
don't
the
remember.
actual 2 people killed.
Yeah.
thing.
I was like, man, I don't remember. He was the one with the car.
Yeah, he was a car
Yeah,
accident.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be tough. It's because
I don't think they're going to be able to pull anything back.
because you're already it's only 2 weeks, but you're already 2 games in the hole.
Yeah.
So you have to assume you need all 3. You need Denver, Raiders, and the Chargers to lose.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just have to hope that they lose. But I think Denver and the Chargers are the 2 for sure that will have the most
Yep.
wins.
And the thing is with Denver, they haven't lost in their division yet, whereas Kansas City is 0-1 in their division.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance at being able to actually extend that lead or drop back even further for Kansas
Right.
City.
Well, and will I be surprised if I'm wrong? No. But the thing is, it's like.
But even then,
I-
Patrick Mahomes is still good, but he's not the wild card that he used to be because it's like he doesn't have. He's getting older. He can still make good throws, but he
Yeah.
can't make those wild plays like he used to.
No.
And Travis Kelce's old. He can't make the same plays he used to.
Well, and
This has to be his
Right.
last year.
No, yeah.
Has to be.
He'll tell you it's not, but it is.
No, for sure.
There's no way.
And like
Dude,
he
it
doesn't have
has
Tyreek, who was crazy fast and able to catch anything, who's now frustrated in
They're
the
really. I
Dolphins.
bet everybody is upset with how that turned out.
Oh,
I bet Tyreek is
absolutely.
like, I should have stayed, and they're like, we should have kept him.
That's exactly it. But they wouldn't have been able to
it's
pay
so
him though.
sad.
They already
They
paying
wouldn't have been able to
Patrick
pay him,
buku
but-
dollars.
I'd be like, I'll give you Kelsey for him.
I bet right now they would.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It'll be interesting. It'll be a reason for me to, because I don't care about Kansas City, but that'll be the reason to watch them just for fun, just be like, will they
No,
make
I
it?
don't
Yeah.
ever. I'll never tune in really to their games.
I mean,
unfortunately.
it was just happened to be the afternoon
I'll
game,
catch
so I
the
definitely
clips.
was
Yeah,
watching the
I was saying
edge
most
of
of
it.
the
Yeah.
time.
All right, but moving on, can we talk about the Monday night game though?
Yes.
Dude, Baker Mayfield is on another level.
Mayfield, yeah.
Like
He found it. He found a home.
he
They build around it.
absolutely did. Like,
Yeah.
'cause it's funny how everyone is like making this whole point of like, all right, it's crazy how like coming out of a renaissance, and it's he just left the Browns. That's all he did.
That's it.
But then that's all you need to revive a career.
Daniel Jones left
he
the
didn't-
Giants.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly. Sometimes it's
You
like
know?
that single team that you're trying to be loyal to is just it changes everything when you can get out of that into a healthy spot.
And I feel like
And he
Mayfield
matured
had
a
it the
bit
whole
too,
time.
yeah.
Like, I mean, even coming out of college, he was good.
Yeah.
He was good. Like, I know people blamed him for the Browns. I don't know that he was fully
No.
at
Dude.
blame
No,
for
it was
the
the
Browns.
it was
No, it's a
he's
mess.
it was
the Browns.
It's the Browns.
That's
They're
the
He's
Browns.
Browns.
essentially a Johnny Mansfield or Johnny Manziel,
Johnny Football.
Johnny
Johnny Football.
but who actually studied and got better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like because he came in with the same cocky attitude, the same
Yep.
all right, let's get this stuff done. But then when he tried and failed, he got out and kept getting better though.
Yeah,
Because you could
100%.
tell he was still good and getting better
Oh, yeah.
in Cleveland. They just couldn't put anything around him.
Yeah.
That organization needs some restructuring.
I mean, yeah, because they
For
get
sure.
all washed up. They either get brand new people from the draft, from the first round picks, or washed up old players. Because let's be honest, Odell Beckham was a washed up player at that point.
By that
point,
time,
yeah.
And Myles Garrett, like, I feel like if you move him, he might have a second resurgence here where he can maybe have a bit. But I'm like, he's been around longer than it feels like.
Yeah.
He's been around a long time.
it's, you know, I don't know what you do for them. I think the Browns just have to accept, because like with Jacksonville, there's moments where they look good and they fall apart.
Right.
But I think ultimately they're trying, like I think they have a good enough, like the Khan family, like they're trying enough to like figure out how to get good players.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then you get the Browns that are like, we'll just get that guy down there. He did good.
They're just like,
It's like 10 years
they've been
past his prime.
constantly throwing stuff at the wall and saying
Yeah.
what sticks, and none of the good stuff sticks.
No.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
No.
All right, let's get controversial.
Oh, here we go. Yes, finally.
What do
not
y'all
me.
think about? And I can't remember her name. The lady CEO. I can't remember her name, but she just took over the one of the teams. I
Was
think
it the
is
Titans? Was it not the Titans, right? Or Carolina?
Is it the Colts? I believe it's the Colts.
I know who you're
She
talking
just
about.
took
She
over
was on
as
the sideline.
CEO,
You talking about her on
and
the
now
sideline?
she's on the sideline. She's super involved as owner.
She was taking notes. she
Um,
was ready.
People are split opinions on it. I don't care that like some people are upset that it's a girl. I don't care. As somebody with an owner that sometimes does what he wants, sometimes I don't think owners make the best football decisions.
No.
So
Well, because we're battered, like, you know, beating up kittens. Like, we
Yeah.
were used to our owner making horrible choices.
but then again, if
Amy
you look,
Trask.
is that her name?
No, hon. That was the first one from the Raiders.
think
She
it's
got
the
kicked
Colts.
out. Yeah, is it Colts?
I think so. It's somebody who's 2-0, and they're blue.
Oh, Carly Gordon.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, her. Now, that being said, she seems really knowledgeable. So maybe it's going to be a good thing long term. Generally, though, I'm not a huge fan of the owners being like super, because they're not football.
Yeah.
I mean, you own a football team, you know a lot about football, maybe.
Well,
But do you know more
But
than the
it's-
coach and
yeah,
all the people you
and
pay
the G-
millions
and
to be
that-
there?
That's the whole point of a GM at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah, it's like you hire a GM to do something.
so I
but-
take two things from it. I go,
Yeah.
clearly, whatever her it was her dad, she took it from, right? Or
Yeah.
She inherited it.
Yeah.
So, like, clearly that wasn't working, right?
Yeah.
So when now you go, okay, she's trying something different. Like, she's on the field, she's taking notes, she's engaged. Maybe that'll help.
Right.
Two, like, I think for her, the best, maybe she doesn't know anything. So maybe she's like, okay, I need to get my hand in this and look at what's going on.
That girl
Like, it
looks
could
like
be,
she,
Yeah.
no, I think
but
she
the way
knows.
she looked, like the way she was looking, it seems like she knows what she's talking about.
She might.
So,
But-
you can say the same about Jerry. Jerry's been in the game so long, he knows.
Yeah, but but that's what's frustrating because he does know.
So
he knows what he's doing.
She's been a part of the Colts organization. So obviously, because her dad's been
Oh, yeah,
banned,
probably she was 18.
she's been, but she's
Yeah.
been like involved with everything since 2004. So
okay.
she
That's
has
good.
grown up
Oh,
and
okay.
been knowledgeable.
I love that, but still,
Yeah.
just from the owner perspective, take away the whole controversy about there's a girl on the sideline. Just I don't know how I feel about the owners being like that involved.
Yeah, I don't
If
like-
you're knowledgeable, it's nice
Yeah.
to be a part of the committee, maybe, but you do pay a GM and a head coach like
Right.
good money because for I was gonna say basketball for their football knowledge, but then again, Mark Cuban, I loved him as owner. He was on the court. He was in shoot around.
I think it
Right.
depends because I think it really depends because when Jerry's on the sideline, you know it's because he doesn't trust his people he hired.
Right.
Yeah.
With her, I think I could see it being like, okay, like I want to see what my
Right.
team is seeing.
Right.
I want to be able to look at it and go, okay, I know what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Like I know what you're talking about.
Right. Exactly.
And I think having that input isn't always a bad thing. But I think
Yeah.
we're like for us, we're used to a owner slash GM slash garbage human, just like making choices that we know he knows is wrong,
Yeah.
and he's doing it anyway. We're like, bro, you know what you're doing, but it's
Yep.
because you want more money, not really care about.
Yeah.
superheroes.
So I think
know
it's a
it.
matter of perspective and.
She trying to win
yeah.
football games. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they win, there you go.
If they win and everything, because that's the thing. It's like Mark Cuban is like the best ever because he had the one like homecoming.
I think
year.
it's also the.
What if he went winless for the whole 20 years? I don't know if we'd love him. The
I
same.
also think it's
I
a
love him
difference
for his
between-
personality, but maybe not his basketball.
It's the difference between basketball and football, though. Basketball, you have 15, 20 guys that you actually have
Yeah.
to be like
Yeah.
part of. Whereas for football, it's triple the size of an
And the
organization.
skills don't transfer.
And the skills do not transfer.
Right, I can be a skills coach, and okay, maybe I'm not a big man, right? I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a great day.
Hey, that's a big man.
But
a big boy.
you have the guards out there like Chris Johnson teaches big guys all the time their footwork, their et cetera, because
Yeah.
the skills transfer.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would love to see the quarterback coach out there trying to teach the O line how to slide and drag. okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
Where is the proper hand placement, keeping the trunk square? I
Right.
don't know. I don't know that the skills transfer.
Yeah.
And I guess there maybe is a third option because it was kind of like in my head too, where you mentioned people having feelings about her being a woman. Maybe it's one of those like I need to show these dudes that I'm going to be out there with them,
That's
because
also
you know
true,
there
yeah.
are
I'm all
some
about it.
like Lakers kind of got some of that with Jeannie, and I think there's some other
Hammond.
yeah, yeah,
Hammond
maybe there
with
was
the
another one.
Spurs originally.
Yeah.
I don't know where she's at now. She's somewhere. I
Yeah.
think she's actually coaching WNBA now.
But yeah, I think so.
And I think United States basketball for the Olympics.
Yeah, but there's some where I think who knows? I think time will only tell. I
Yeah.
wish I could be like tweet her and be like, hey,
Yeah.
what were your notes?
Yeah.
She seems really into it. I'm scarred from my experience with owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to remember it's like there's people with happy lives out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like for the Vikings, we have a very hands-off,
Yeah.
ownership where like
And that's how it should be.
yeah,
Well, and there's some ownerships where there's no one owner.
Yeah.
Owned by committee. That everybody's got shares. And there's somewhere the city I think bought full shares.
well, that's you're thinking of the Packers.
Is it the Packers?
The Packers are the one publicly owned team.
Yeah, I knew there was.
Where-
I knew there was something like that.
Yeah,
so
so
it's
there's like a voted organization.
in that
there, yeah.
case, there's no owner. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Well,
the guy you hire.
Speaking of owners, did y'all see the clip of Brady getting out in the booth?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like he's
No.
broadcasting, and he was in the Raiders booth, like
Oh, was
in
he
the
really?
coach's booth. He had his little headphones
Yeah.
on. He's in there doing things. I'm like, oh man, he's gonna get his hands in there.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he'd make a good coach.
Nah.
No.
I don't think so. He's such a perfectionist, and he's used to. The
I
way
could see
his
him
way
being a
works.
good like specific quarterback coach, sure.
Oh, he'd be a great quarterback.
But like
coach.
as like an actual
You know what?
like
Would
coach, no. Like head
I don't
coach?
think he would. A lot of times, because like player coaches, you see them, they want to make the player play like them. So I feel like
No,
he might
so
want, unless there's
I
something.
I would argue with that by saying the quote that he gave a little while back, a couple years ago, about
Yeah.
how all college teams are doing a system quarterback now instead
Yeah.
of teaching a quarterback how to read defenses. And so because of that, I think he'd be able to teach that skill
Oh, for sure.
to younger quarterbacks going, all right, obviously this is how he did it, but he'd be able to show how you can read a defense properly because of that mindset that he's already expressed before.
I think you'd be better at not teaching his position, but going in there as a I can read this.
He might be a great OC.
Great,
Yeah,
yeah.
but a
Like
good
look at the
offensive
line,
coordinator
read
for
the
sure.
line, offensive.
You know what? He knows defenses, so he might be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think that's where
Yeah.
his skill set could come in.
Put
but
him
I
and
think
Tony Romo on a team.
Oh,
Dude,
that'd be crazy.
Dude, this literally has nothing to do with anything. But
There'd
you
be
said Tony
excellent
Romo.
everywhere.
People were roasting Tony Romo. Did y'all see that?
Why?
Because his face.
Oh,
They were
well,
like, he looked like he had a lot of work done.
The poor guy.
And people got roasted.
He
I'm
can't
like, I'm not
catch
going to
a
be that
break.
person to make fun of
Yeah.
somebody's face. But I was like, why is this such a story right now?
He can't
People,
All these games
people will
happen.
hold on to something
Yeah.
out of the ordinary.
They make fun of his voice. They make fun of the way he looks.
They're
That
always.
man-
I was like,
he's a punching bag, and he's been a
So
punching bag.
weird.
poor guy, poor Antonio.
Yeah.
And
I was-
then, and then you look at his stats. It's like, oh, you were a good quarterback. No.
and people now are like, man, those are good old days.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you maybe should have roasted him for 10 years.
You're right.
Yep.
Jeez.
I mean,
y'all.
something to be said about Dak though, who was his replacement and is still there though.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
I-
give him some credit.
You know what? As a Cowboys fan, I will say I just want to see Dak play a hurry up offense at all times.
Yeah.
He's really good at the 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
I just pretend the whole game was 2 minutes.
Just
truck it downfield,
and he's
buddy.
like, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. He's like, coach, it says 14. No, it's 2 minutes left. It's 2
Yeah.
minutes left.
Clock ain't working.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, he was one. And then the best story ever of the lineage is Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
It has to be the best one.
They're
Right?
pretty wild.
I'm sure there's a better one, in ancient history that I don't know about. I don't know my
Right.
football history that well.
Because who did Favre take over for?
I don't remember who was before Favre because that
Yeah.
was before my time of
Yeah.
paying attention.
Me too.
Like,
Because I know, because there was a couple where it's like their replacement lasted a while.
yeah.
But I don't remember.
I think those are probably the two best back-to-back
Yeah.
quarterbacks because Favre is, a generational talent.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was legitimately for a few years probably the best quarterback other than Brady.
Don Majkowski. And then
Bless you.
No, that's exactly it. So
Probably not the career you
yeah,
were
so
thinking.
Brett Favre took over in '92.
Oh gosh.
He's an old man.
He's old.
That's why. So
Golly.
so
You weren't even born.
Yeah.
Me? No, dude.
You weren't even born yet.
I wouldn't even have thought yet.
Yeah. So you had Don Majkowski until '92, Brett Favre from '92 to '07, and then you had Aaron Rodgers from technically in between there,
Yeah.
overlapping, but then so officially '07 through was it 2020 when Jordan Love took over.
Look,
Which is
people
Yeah.
roast Rodgers,
That's
but
that's
he's been around
almost
a long
what?
time.
Yeah.
That's almost 30 years
Yeah.
of Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Great time to be a quarterback fan of the
Seriously.
Green Bay.
That's why Green Bay had a plethora of riches.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they had a bounty of
And
them.
because they
Yeah.
had them, they did something really smart on drafting. Every year, all offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Our quarterback
Keep
will
him
not be
healthy.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we got another one.
Seriously.
Rotate them suckers out.
Yep.
Because they were both such good quarterbacks. You could have a high mediocre.
But they only got
wide
one
receiver.
ring apiece, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's
Still,
just
I mean, that's one more.
not
That's,
everybody can be Brady.
That's 2 more rings than I've got. So
I don't have to bring up the Cowboys record,
Yeah. All right. Well,
Hey, but it's been a long time, man.
I mean, here's.
The year I was born, I'm like a bad omen.
It's your fault.
Yeah, I'm a real bad omen.
It's your
All right, well,
fault.
but all right, so here's that goes to one of my worst moments in sports.
'Kay.
Of all right, that was one of the things that we could talk about of before what's your worst home team moment? Bounty Gate was my worst thing because that was Favre throwing up some of his best numbers for the Vikings, and then
That should've been it, man.
And then we were
Yeah.
NFC, in the NFC Championship, and
Damn Saints.
seriously, I
Saints.
hate any
I
and
can't
all
believe
Saints.
it, dude. I remember I
Go.
still have my Favre jersey, Minnesota Favre jersey at home, and I'm like, I just want to burn it because
Yeah.
that moment, I was pulling. Even as a Cowboy fan, I was pulling for them so hard.
I was
And
a young,
should've been it.
hopeful Vikings fan, and then
It's
just,
just-
What year
just
was
seeing
that?
that
Oh,
was
09, right?
2008 or 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
8
that
or
was the
9.
8 to 9.
because it was the
year.
year Saints
Yeah.
won,
Yes.
so it was so at least they lost to the champions.
No, not with the way how they did it. No, screw them. No,
I couldn't believe that though.
Can't
they
even
were
call them
get-
champions. They're fakes.
No.
They're fakes.
They are.
Imposters.
they were doing hospital checks every single time,
Dude.
Like
Yeah.
it was so bad.
Look, Hurricane Katrina had just hit a few years prior. They're trying to give him a win, man.
No. Give
him
bring,
some.
bring some
no,
love back to the city.
no. I got no sympathy. No sympathy for football.
Dude,
because
that's
that
crazy.
was single-handedly the worst thing that in my experience of a fan, where it was like we were so close. By all rights,
Yeah.
it should have been
Yeah.
us.
Because
and
if
because
they would
of
beat them, they would have been champions.
we for
Yeah.
sure would have. Because who did the Saints play that year?
Don't get me lying.
Okay, here we go. Let me guess.
Let me see
09?
here.
It wasn't Patriots.
It was the Colts.
Ooh, really?
Is that
Peyton?
really?
Yeah, Saints defeated the Colts.
Eli.
Yep.
Eli. No.
Peyton played.
Well, I think he was with Colts still.
Was he?
I think so.
Drew Brees and who was the other? Let me see here.
Which Manning played for the
Team.
Colts?
It was Peyton. It was still Peyton.
Peyton?
It was
Yep.
still Peyton. Okay, so Peyton played for the Colts, and then he went to Denver.
Yeah.
So, like, man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what a game. Yeah, he would beat the Colts.
Yeah.
Like, Favre would have. It would have been a match. It would have been an even match. Because I remember that year being like, Vikings are the dominant team.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
I see. At that time, I wasn't watching a bunch. Like I watched a little, but not enough to like. Okay. Eli played for the Giants.
Yeah, I was
I don't
like,
know
he
why.
went
Yeah, no,
I
Eli.
get
he
both
stayed
of
with
them
the Giants.
convinced.
Eli
time,
was the
yeah.
lifer for the Giants, and then
Yeah.
Peyton won one championship with Colts, and then bounced.
think
He was
so.
there for a while,
there
but
for a
like
minute.
he won a title and left
Yeah.
and won another title. But yeah, I'm just like, that game was crazy, and I remember being so pissed because it was the one time I put money. Like I was like a teenager, and I finally
Yeah.
put out money for a jersey, and I'm like, "Ah, you lost, no, no man. But yeah, for a fan, that it's
Yeah.
a tough feeling when you know you're right there.
Yeah.
You're
For sure.
right there. It was like me with the Rangers initially, the Texas Rangers. Like when they made the World Series 2 years in a row. 2 years is already hard.
Yeah.
One of those you shouldn't have lost. But
Right.
you made it twice, so you could have had back-to-back World Series, which has never happened.
Right.
And it was hard. Like, it made me not watch baseball for a bit. That's
Oh, I
why
bet.
up and for a while I was like, I don't care. And,
Yeah.
then years later is when I got back into it. But it's a tough feeling because like you get there and you're like, even though it's not us playing, when you care for a team so much and you're
Yeah.
right there, it feels like you lost.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially when it's like within your lifetime, because you always hear like
Yeah.
the historical things. Because it's like for me, like the Vikings went 4 years in a row to the Super Bowl and lost every single year.
Did they really?
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
think they
yeah.
have
But
a-
the '60s, that was a whole like purple people eater.
Oh, the purple people eaters. Yeah. Okay.
the defensive line was that Tarkenton, I think, for the QB.
Oh yeah, that's real history.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know.
Well, and
But,
I saw a thing at
and
a
like
sports
the 90,
store.
we have the '97
Right.
NFC kick on that one that also missed wide right or whatever it was.
It
Yeah.
was meant to be a cool thing, but I saw this thing at a sports store that was all the Minnesota Super Bowl tickets. But, like it was in a framed plaque.
Oh, that hurts.
And I'm like, why would
There's a
they
lot of
do that?
them.
They're losses. Like,
Yeah.
why would you make this thing? But I was going to
because
send
that's
you
as
a picture.
close as we've ever gotten.
You got to celebrate your little wins in life.
Seriously, because that's how depressing it is that we've only made it to the NFC North twice,
Yeah.
and then outside of those Super Bowl losses, and that was '60s, '90s, and late 2000s.
Yeah.
So
That's
it
crazy.
hurts.
Well,
Yeah.
and if it makes you, and I know like, because it's all about the in your lifetime thing, right? Because like, the last time Cowboys won, you were just popping out the oven.
Oh yeah,
I
dude,
was like 4.
In fact,
yeah.
yeah.
I was
just
4 and
born.
you were a baby.
Yep.
So like the thing is, it doesn't feel like the Cowboys were in our lifetime. So at least we're
No.
right there with you a little bit.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
not really.
I mean, I
but-
can say we've won more playoff games.
Yeah. Please, hold on to that because
a
we
lot
can't
of
even get
teams
past
have
the
That's
first
all I
round.
got versus you guys.
So
right
I'm
now.
hoping for
100%.
the
You got
sake
that
of
one.
this table, one of us gets to feel that sweet victory as adults, not old men.
Yeah.
So like one day, that's why the Rangers I was scared for because I'm like for baseball it's hard. There's so many games, there's so
Yeah.
many teams, it's hard. So I can finally knock that off. Celtics,
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yep.
Mavericks, cool. Spurs, cool.
Yeah.
I'm like so to this, I'm like Cowboys, come on.
Yeah, I
And then
know.
for you, Minnesota,
Yeah.
it'd be and like I feel like for you, if they won it, we wear them purple.
Oh,
too.
oh,
We'd
absolutely.
celebrate.
I'd wear a purple shirt, sure.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if I
Don't
can do a
listen to
jersey.
him. Don't listen.
I don't know if I can do a
It's okay.
jersey.
That's
We'll
okay.
make this guy be.
We'll talk about it when we actually.
I'll get some purple.
If
for
it
you.
happens, I'll give him some grace on
There
that.
you go, there you go.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What do you think for you? What's your?
Dude, I don't know if I have a huge. I mean, I watched when was it Josh Hamilton was the last batter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was bad.
that sucked.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
I will say that
It was horrible.
that sucked because for some reason, I felt like everybody I knew was like into the series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
Like
it was
people
everywhere.
that weren't into baseball were into baseball.
Because Rangers aren't America's team, like how the Cowboys
Right.
are, but like so many people were pulling.
There
for
was-
the
there
Rangers.
was.
They were pulling for him.
Yeah, I think that would probably be it for me. That Josh Hamilton last at bat was rough.
Oof.
When
That
they
was
when
really
they got that last out to
Yeah.
lose the World Series, I was shook. I was like, this is horrible.
And I'm
like,
more of a basketball fan, but I'm trying to think of like the biggest letdown. You know, the Mavericks had a mediocre career
Yeah.
for a long time. Like we were always good enough, but
Yeah.
not good enough.
If
'Cause,
you
like-
if you had lost against the Heat, then that would have been a whole
dude,
different
it would have
thing.
been terrible.
I would say
But-
as a kid, it was when Fox hit that .4 second buzzer beater against the Spurs. The Lakers,
Okay.
Lakers Spurs in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
0.4 seconds
Wow.
left on the clock, and he made it to eliminate the
Yeah.
Spurs.
Okay.
Yep.
So as a kid, because I was a Spurs fan, that hurt. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I remember because it was 2002, so I was like 10,
Yeah.
10 or 11. So I was like, oh my,
Yeah,
I was hurt
me
as a
too.
kid. Chat me. But strictly football, I'll always go back to the catch because
Yeah.
that was the year we should have won.
You know what?
Yeah.
It would be the catch for football. It would be that Josh Hamilton at bat. I was so invested,
Yeah. No.
and then I was so sad.
I love and hate sports.
That was
at the same
probably the saddest I've been as far as sports goes.
Sure.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to throw some wrestling in there, The Rock versus Stone Cold, 2001. Stone Cold beat The Rock, and I remember being a kid so mad.
Oh, really?
My mom's boyfriend had a huge party for WrestleMania that year, so all these people were going for Stone Cold because he'd been out for a year and a half with a broken neck. So it was his first big match back for the title. So everyone was going for Stone Cold.
Of
I was a
course.
huge Rock fan, and I was the only person there upset.
Because that was when The Rock was still
My
playing.
villain arc.
That was still when he was playing heel, right?
Yeah. Yep. I was. Hurt me, dude. Made me sick.
Yeah.
I don't think I know the storylines enough to have a wrestling one.
Nah,
I remember
we'll
that
get you
part
there.
where it was where The Rock
know
was still
what?
playing big heel at that
Yeah.
point.
It was
When
rough,
that
man.
dude
Yeah.
kicked that baby into the stands,
made me
that's what
sick.
I'm talking about. I was so sad.
So week 3, boys. So we'll circle back on football. So Minnesota, it is Cincinnati at Minnesota. So you're gonna have a broken team versus a broken team.
Yeah, I mean ours
feel
is
good about
ours
it?
is more broken than theirs.
Whose bench is better?
I
Yeah.
think you said this would be a win for them. I think.
Yeah, I said we would. The problem was I was expecting everybody to be healthy and
Yeah.
Burrow to be in there. So honestly, this is gonna be a good receiver core of
Yeah.
like, all right,
Yeah.
is Jamar Chase better or is JJ better? So that I think is gonna be the better test of all right, who can get open with a tough, because the Burrows. His whole problem is that the Bengals never had a good O-line to begin with,
Right. Yeah.
which is why he keeps getting hurt
I'd be
all
pissed.
the
If I were him,
freaking
I'd be
time,
pissed.
and I feel
for
so
sure.
bad for him. And then now we're running on our second string O-line too.
I'm gonna
so,
say I'm gonna give it to the Vikings. Y'all have defenses
Yeah.
at least.
yeah,
Bengals, they haven't paid a
honestly,
defensive player in years.
that's a huge reason why our two
They've got backup
losses,
wide receivers out there playing defense for him.
our
At
two
linebacker.
our two losses to the Falcons.
He's right there. Don't say it. He can hear you.
No. The Bengals.
Oh, okay.
No,
So
the Vikings
Oh, you
are
said
good.
Vikings.
Yeah,
You said
right.
Vikings.
No,
at first.
no,
He's
yeah.
right there.
No, so our two losses to the Bears and Falcons, everyone was saying it's like it shouldn't have been that close of a
Yeah.
game because our defense kept just messing with the quarterback every single time. They could never get into a rhythm. They didn't score a touchdown until the end of the fourth quarter. That's how good our defense was doing. We could
Yep.
stop them and only hold them to field goals, and then we'd give it right back. So that was the problem. So I think we can harass a young backup
For sure.
now that Carson Wentz is a veteran at least.
Yeah, and Carson, I
So-
mean, he'll throw the ball correctly.
Exactly.
You just need him to find his.
I don't know if
Yeah.
he's got 75, 80 yards in him like
No,
he
but
used to.
we need to give him
But
two
we
and a
have a
half,
solid 30.
2.5 to 3 seconds in the pocket at least.
Oh,
At-
yeah, his reaction time not like it used to be. So
No,
you gotta,
yeah.
Father
But
time.
again, but I can trust him to make the right decision.
Yeah.
And a veteran quarterback with Justin Jefferson, I like that.
And,
Oh,
nothing,
okay.
and nothing to lose because
And
he's gonna
nothing
get,
and nothing to lose.
Yeah.
He's going to earn him. If anything, he does an amazing performance, and JJ gets healthy, and
gets
we
Flacco'd.
keep.
Yeah, he's gonna get Flacco.
I wouldn't be mad. Like I'd feel sorry for the kid, but at the same time, it's like, all right, let's keep the ball
Learn
rolling.
for a year, bud.
See
you
what
have
happens.
You have to ride the momentum.
Yeah.
And if somehow Wentz gets in there, rides the momentum for a couple weeks.
I mean, that's
not?
what happens a lot,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be opposed to it if we get a good ride out of it. So
So I think it'll be a closer game than we think now because they're both broken. I
For
think,
sure.
Yeah.
I think Minnesota. I think there are people that are going to be dramatic and be like Minnesota's out. No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think it's close
But I
enough.
mean, there's
even
plenty of people
without
that were saying
David.
the other way to the Bengals too. So I mean, it's hard to put it one way or another.
Yeah, and then we get the Cowboys at Chicago.
I think
we got that.
I
game.
think you guys got
Right?
that one.
I do think playing in Chicago is going to be a little harder. of
We have a
course.
Chicago crowd, which is always brutal.
Dude,
I think
Chicago was
Chicago crowd
loud
is-
when I was listening to the Vikings game. Like, that's part of the reason why JJ got ruffled, and he had multiple delay of games because I'm sure he couldn't hear or the center couldn't hear the call.
Playing
to-
at
to
Chicago
start.
is rough.
Well,
Wow.
and they're 0-2, which means they're going to really swing this
They got
week.
something to play
They
for.
are,
yeah.
but I'll be honest, I've lost faith in old Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great athlete, of course, comparatively to me or everything. But as far as the quarterbacks go, I think it's really hitting him the hardest.
Yeah.
He had such high potential.
And they're almost turning into a Brown scenario where it's like you have a lot of talent and then the organization is failing him.
There's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent.
It's going to be interesting. I think
I
Cowboys.
hope that,
but like
we're not the omens to bring
no,
about. Like,
but like him and
we love to
DJ
snap people
Moore.
out of their funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's really just him and DJ Moore are doing great, and then that's about it.
Yeah, literally
Pretty much.
Yeah.
just that. But the game, you know what, guys? We're going to be super ready for Kansas City at the Giants, too. So someone's about to get their first win of the season, boys.
Somebody's about to get their first
So
win.
can everybody lose?
I need New York to win strictly on
Could you imagine if they just tied it 0-2-1?
yeah, they tie it.
That'd be good.
Oh, that'd be lovely. I'd be like that. Yep, it's happening.
I would
Kansas City's
laugh
out.
heartily at that. Just keep rolling with it.
No, I'm excited for next week. It'll be good. I think I like going into a game because it's the first half of the season where the Cowboys stand the best chance. Mm-hmm. So we need to really win as many of these as possible.
We really need to, like the first 6 or 7.
Yeah.
We could win.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
we go
excited.
into a rough stretch where we're on the road, we're playing hard teams.
Yep. I think my favorite game to watch is going to be the Lions-Ravens games.
Yeah.
Because they're both
Those would be great.
They're both like at that make or break point where it's like, all right, who's going to really like? Are the Lions going to be as good, or are the Ravens going to continue to like show up? We'll see.
Well, that is this week's Monday Night Football.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's going to be Detroit at Baltimore on ABC and ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
We've had some really good Monday or Sunday night football games. Like, oh my gosh, the last last night's Baker, just hero. Like the last 2 minutes of that game or the last fourth quarter was amazing.
Yeah.
Like seriously,
good.
Yeah.
It was so
I think he got hurt and then rolled up and then started taunting again.
Yeah, so
That was awesome.
I was seeing somebody break it down.
I was like, dang.
If you know, so he rolls, gets hurt, and was down for a second, and then whoever made the block stood over him and tried to But Baker being Baker immediately hears that pops up and starts you want some?
I kind of like that.
And then but
if the
other guy hadn't come and taunted him, Baker probably would have taken another 10, 15 seconds of kind of gathering himself. But I think him amping himself up may have helped everything kind of roll the way it was.
Kind of like that. That's awesome.
And then his escape on that 4th and 10, that was the ballsiest move. They 3 long throws, nothing, and then the pocket's collapsing on him on 4th down, and he squeaks out and gets the first down. That was cool.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
There's been good games. Obviously, we can't watch every single game, but the ones I've been kind of able to creep on have been pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
it's turning out to be a good start of the season.
Yeah.
So,
or then last week Sunday night versus the Bills and the Ravens. Yeah.
Great game.
That was.
I had so many people that were like, I turned it off.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Right. Why would you turn off a game? It started off good and kept getting better.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was just that, what was it, 7 minutes
funny
left
is
or something like that?
Yeah.
And they're down by 15. I think that's when they're like.
In fantasy, I had both dogs in the fight because I had Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And it was just, I had one in one league, one in the other, and I was just cheering for them both.
Go for it!
Because I wasn't going against either of them. It was beautiful.
I had Baker Mayfield in the league, so I was cheering along. I was a fan.
Yep.
Look, all I know is Derrick Henry better go ape on the Lions this week in fantasy. I'm saying 23 yards is abysmal. Got me 3 points.
Which is so crazy coming off the other game where he literally carried the entire team on his back for a whole half.
Just the way it rolls sometimes. That's incredible.
So crazy.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo. No. So any other football notable notes for the week?
Let me see. I wrote some notes. I do have one player who I think is gonna. I'm making the early prediction on his career. Cam Scatabo. Who's he play for? I don't even know.
He works at the local Denny's.
And I always want to say he's played at Ohio, but he did not.
So this is an up-and-comer.
No. He's for the Giants. This is his first year.
Oh,
but he played
for the
for
Giants.
was it Arizona? Arizona, that's what it was. He played for Arizona last year. And he was good, but I don't know if he was that guy. I think he's going to be that guy if he can avoid CTE.
Okay. Oh no.
Because he's so violent. He just lowers down and he just wants to run into people.
Through a brick wall every time.
I love that. Except he goes head first into everybody.
Oh, that's a
way.
great way to get a concussion.
Yeah, he's gonna have a rough start with that one. He's got to learn how to pivot.
But he's tough, dude.
Is he?
He goes through 3-4 people, and he's really not. I mean, he's big because he's a football player, but he's not Derrick Henry.
No.
He's
He's like 5'10", I think. So he's like under 6 foot.
Right.
And
He a
like,
little
Just
fella
a
in the
stocky
league.
dude,
he's
yeah.
just running through the line. He doesn't care who's there. Y'all know, like in let's get real dorky. Lord of the Rings. When that big like giant thing with the helmet on runs in and just like smashes into the wall and falls over. I've seen so many memes and they have Cam Scatterbo's name on his back, and he's just like,
That's hilarious.
that's
dude.
Cam Scatterbo. But dude, he's so much fun to watch.
That's awesome.
So much fun. So I'm calling it early. I think
right.
he's gonna have a huge career, barring any major concussions.
Yeah,
in the first
yeah,
year.
it's depressing to
good.
get all those.
Yeah.
Those I say up and comer, but one of the ones you want to see succeed, and then the injury bug hits them, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh man.
No.
Like Burrow, man. I feel like I hate to bring it back to him real quick, but like I feel like he's gonna be the biggest what if in one of the biggest what ifs in NFL history.
Yeah.
Because like
he
he's
almost
still
had
young
it his
enough.
first year.
Yep.
Dude, that first
So
He
crazy.
was
Yeah.
right there, and then it's just been injury after injury after injury.
Yep.
And it's like already, dude. I'm like, golly. So we'll see.
Yeah, poor guy.
He'll cry with his millions and millions and millions.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay. I
Yeah.
think he'll figure it out just fine.
I think the worst part would just be like you getting so close to that and then having it ripped away.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
that.
That's
I can't imagine what that would do like mentally to somebody to like have that much pressure be put on you, especially on a franchise like that where like they hadn't have a lot of hope
Right.
beforehand.
Well, and let's think about the whole arc, right? Because he goes from it was LSU, right?
LSU.
And he's the guy. He's like
He had-
every.
he got-
cigar
he
on the stand.
Heisman
Dude,
championship.
He was everything.
Yeah.
He was like he if there wasn't a Johnny Football, he would have
He
been
didn't
him,
lose in his entire college career, right?
which is wild.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
say. Those are
Yeah.
crazy words.
Yeah.
Especially for college football, because anything can happen.
Right.
And then he goes and has a run at the championship. Mm-hmm. And then it's just been a steady decline. I can't imagine what that's like to look back and go.
And none of it is his fault too, because he's
None of
still
it's
throwing
his fault,
amazing
but-
numbers. The team just can't.
Just
keep
imagine,
him.
like, from his... I can't imagine what that is from a mental perspective.
Right.
It's like, I'm the guy. I think I'm still the guy.
Right.
I don't know if I'm the guy anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I'm throwing the ball at the
I'm sure
same-
he still thinks he's the guy. Like you can't.
At some
not-
point...
If he wasn't
Or is it
crossing
like,
that,
now he's like, my body's failing.
well, that's what I'm
No,
saying. Like
that's
now would
more
be
of
the
it,
time where he's
yeah.
That's what
like,
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
over the
Because
years...
mentally
Yeah.
he's still got it. I think it's more like
Yeah.
at that point it's like my body is sucking and so is my team.
Yeah.
I think it's really what
It's
I
got
would.
to do.
That's
It's
how I
got to do
would
a
feel.
number.
Yeah.
It's got to do a number. I don't know. Somebody who's when you're so used to winning, it has to be tough. Poor guy.
Because how much longer is he with them? Like, what's left on his
Probably
contract,
a
you know?
short amount of time as
I don't
his
know.
agent can make possible.
Because
Right.
I don't know, because he's still on not a rookie deal, I don't think, but he's still on a short. He only has a little bit long, like a little bit left, I think.
Did he
Unless
sign
he already
any-
re-signed.
I think he signed an
Unless he
extension.
re-signed it, I didn't realize.
He's on a current 5-year, which goes through 2029.
Ooh,
Yeah, he won't be there.
Yikes.
Yeah, $275 million.
Well,
though.
Burrow,
He
it
went for
was
the money.
nice. Yeah,
He went
sorry,
for the
man.
money.
Yeah.
You know what? I would have too.
Yeah, me too. I think at that point you go, okay, like, because I think when he re-signed it was probably when he was still feeling kind of the highs.
Oh, for sure.
He's like, oh, dude, we get here,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
because he signed it in September 2023, so 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
When
Yikes.
they were still,
Yeah.
probably doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then right now, with injuries starting to nag, that's the worst for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because you've got it, but then it's like your foot just doesn't work like you want it
Yeah,
to. Or
because
Right.
every injury you get, you come back and it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
So everything you worked really good at.
Now,
Yeah.
fortunately, his game was not.
He wasn't running. So.
He wasn't a running guy.
Like
He
if that had
wasn't
happened
like
to
a-
like Lamar Jackson or something
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that,
dude,
that'd be a
that'd
whole
be
different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think his game will age well. He'll be like a Brady style.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
He's just a gunslinger. He just
Right.
throw the ball.
Yeah.
They just got to figure out that O-line.
Yeah.
Like, he is the most least protected superstar ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's horrible. No,
If they did have a Lamar Jackson style, it might fit their O line better.
Yeah, to be able to actually run out of there.
you know
But
what?
then
That
you
might-
say that he threw like 5,000 yards, right? Isn't that his thing? He threw a crazy amount
Some
of yards
stupid amount of yards, yeah.
that year. I can't remember what it was, but it was
a lot.
It was crazy.
Yep.
All right, is that all
So,
of
moving
our
on. Yep.
Yeah,
football?
you got any more football notes?
No. I mean, I'm a UT fan, so Arch Manning. I don't know what's going on with him. It's rough.
I will say, though, I love watching Peyton and Eli roast the absolute hell out of them.
Dude, and the
It's
AI.
so
I couldn't
edits
imagine
have been-
having him, just them as the family.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, and you take the roasting. 2, you have the pressure because you have 2 successful Super Bowl champion,
Yeah.
family members because they're both his uncles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the third brother's son.
Okay, because I knew he wasn't there.
I don't
so I'm
remember
I know
what
he's-
his name is.
Yeah.
But he played football as well, I believe, in like
Yeah, just
freshman year of college, but he wasn't
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Bless him.
But, you know, it was funny. They asked Peyton if he calls up and asks like questions a lot. And he said, not really. And Peyton said he also doesn't blame him. He said he gives a lot of answers when asked. So.
Cooper Manning is the man's name.
Cooper.
Old Coop?
Oh, Coop man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coop man, what's up, dude?
I wonder how it is. It's like I got two rich, famous, like football player brothers, and it's like, what do you do? I want to count it.
I'm gonna count
And he's also named after one of the more famous like players as well.
It's not like it was just just some guy and like,
Yeah.
And it's also not like it's like Shaq's siblings or something where it's like, well, I couldn't be 7'1" either.
Yeah.
I just didn't get that luck. It's like, oh no, we all look the same.
Yeah.
We're all just
Yeah, you do everything.
we're just dudes. Because Peyton Manning does not look like a football player. Other than he is big. He's like 6'4".
He's a big boy.
Right.
But other than being tall and lanky, he's not like
Yeah, you get that 5 head.
imposing. Listen,
Hey, it's a lot of
join him.
football
Yeah.
knowledge up in that
That's
five
true,
in there. Yeah.
A lot of
Dude, their
knowledge in that
Peyton
crane.
cast are like hilarious.
So good.
they're funny.
They're really good
Yeah.
to watch. Like it's a shame that it's like off on a paywall, and I understand why. But looking at like the replays or like the clips later on, oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they do super good analysis, obviously, because they're like both experienced quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But they do it in a way where it's easy to understand for the two of them.
and what's really funny is you can see the different personality styles.
Yes.
Because like Peyton is, dude, he is intense.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is like always on level 10. Eli just kind of like sitting back,
chill,
he's
man.
chilling.
Although I got a clip of the two of them where they were both like breaking down like how they were doing play calls and whatnot, and they're total opposites. Where it's like Eli does the whole long call and whatnot, and you can see that Peyton does not care about it at all. Because whenever he's famous for his Omaha, and that was the call on whatever it meant. But you like. As Eli was like spouting off this long X wing Y X W right R whatever, and you could just see like Peyton is going, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you know what? I think I saw part of his breakdown. They had a really unique system.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to see a quarterback now like really get into that because like Peyton was essentially like Madden editing everybody's thing immediately. And he like drew out the tree. They had 9 routes for every receiver, essentially. And it's like, dude, he would memorize 9 routes for every single player.
Golly.
And then he could call them and change them in order. Dude,
That's so cool.
you got it, Rain Man.
Yeah.
And what's so funny is the difference in styles, but they both have the same amount of championships.
Yeah.
They both found a way to win 2
Yeah.
each.
I will say, unarguably, I think Peyton goes down as the better quarterback.
For sure.
Yes.
I
Who
do.
do you think do you think he's the better quarterback, but who had the harder route? Do you think Eli did?
Eli stayed with the same team. I think that's always the harder route.
Yeah.
Because he also beat the same team twice.
He also the same greatest team, but he also got incredibly lucky for one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, that first one?
Yeah.
Hey.
Because they had the
Sometimes it's good to be lucky.
They had the helmet catch, right? Or that was the luckiest ever play in the Super Bowl I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because if you're Brady, you go, man, that should have been my 8th one right there.
I honestly, if I was ever expecting and kind of hoping for the Patriots to win, it was going to be that one because it was Randy Moss's year.
That's right.
I was
yeah.
pulling for Randy to get one because
That's
it's
true.
like he wasn't going to get it with us. We tried, but
He was the Garnett of
seriously.
Yeah.
I was
Minnesota
hoping
there.
he'd get one, and if he was going to do it, it was going to be when they went 16-0
Yep.
with Peyton, or
That
sorry,
should've
with
been it.
Brady. Yeah,
That should have been it.
Yeah.
if it was going to be anyone, and then off of some stupid lucky helmet catch.
Just swing that whole momentum.
Randy
Yeah.
Moss will go down in history because, for me, a lot of reasons. But the most important one is, you ever heard Edelman talk about Randy Moss?
Yes.
Dude, him referring to Edelman as Edelnut will never not be funny to me. That clip pops up wherever I am, I've got to laugh.
Yep.
That's so
funny,
good.
Dude, the stories that he's just a good old boy. He just loves just like
It's
going
just
out,
so
hunting,
good.
fishing, just
It's so good.
hanging out. Yeah, they hear him talk about it. It's amazing.
Dude, Edelman's
Yeah.
so funny because there was some over the week of football. I don't remember what game it was, but they were asking him something. He's like, "Yeah, man, something about that team." He's like, "Tell me what's 2 minus 70?" And he's like, 70 minus 2. He's like, whatever. I didn't know what I mean numbers. But it was he's just such a funny dude.
Yeah, he is. He really is. I like him a lot. All right, we going to our to our movie talk.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And real quick, we got WrestlePalooza for WWE on Saturday.
Aha.
It's a brand new pay-per-view. It's the first one on
WrestlePalooza.
ESPN.
Okay.
So it's going from Peacock to now it'll be on ESPN.
Now, what is a WrestlePalooza? Because I'm familiar
WrestlePalooza
with
is
WrestleManias.
so this is something they completely made up. It's a
Okay.
brand new event.
Okay.
They're trying to make it really big
Is that
because
WWE?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's WWE. It's supposed to be a huge event to bring in the ESPN era. So
Okay.
yeah, it'll be a big event. It'll be Saturday. Everyone go check it out if you have ESPN on the app or
Okay.
Plus bundle. I was really mad because it's supposed to be $30 a month if you don't have ESPN.
Yeah.
But we have it bundled with Disney, and I forgot. So I was like, oh, yay!
Yeah.
So we got it. My
Yay.
life doesn't change. Could also be like, damn, another streaming service I have to
Yeah.
get because. There will be some games on, or some of the boxing or
Yeah.
UFC's on there, and I know like
Well, UFC's now on Paramount Plus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why are they all swapping each other?
Yeah, well, they
like
got
trading
bought
cards,
out. It was
you
like
know?
it was like a was it like a $9 billion?
was a lot of
It was
money.
a lot of money to get the rights for it. But now it's only as long as you have Paramount Plus, you're good.
So
Which
like this
is
is
good for me. Y'all know why? This is the dumbest thing ever. I signed up for UFC Fight Pass for me and you to watch a game.
Yeah.
Or a fight.
Yeah.
At some point
while
we were
ago,
hanging
yeah.
out. It was so long ago. I was like, oh, I'll sign up. Why not? I'll cancel it after the fight. I'll pay for a month. You know, I have never canceled that.
Are you kidding
Every
me?
single month, I've been charged $12 or whatever. But when they switched
That's
Paramount,
hilarious.
all of those subscriptions go away. So
Oh, wow.
finally,
So it
I
canceled for you.
dude. WWE makes me so mad because it goes. You have to have Peacock to watch. They have a thing called Saturday Night's Main Event, and their
Okay.
library's on there. So
Okay.
like you have that. Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. So because they signed a $5 billion
Okay.
deal with Netflix, so
Red
Monday Night Raw's
Netflix
there.
is red.
Yeah,
Raw. Makes
red.
sense.
It's
Yeah.
there. My pocket is a little raw from all the money being spent. So you have Peacock, you have Netflix. They just signed the thing with ESPN,
Okay.
so that's that's where their pay-per-views will be. So there's that, and then there was something else where it's on a whole other thing. I'm like, guys.
So wait, you have to have an ESPN subscription and buy the pay-per-view?
So no, it's for the subscription. So like
Okay.
if you don't have Disney Plus bundle and you just do the ESPN app, it's on there. You're good.
Okay.
If you have that bundle, you're good too. I think if you have cable, if you're still a cable person, you're good.
All
like
6
you still
people.
will get it.
But
for
if
free.
you just want to watch the one event,
you have
it's a
to
pay-per-view.
you have to do the
Interesting.
pay for the month or
Interesting.
whatever, or maybe a free trial and see.
Yeah.
But like so a lot of people are really pissed about it.
Sure.
Because the pay-per-views used to be on Peacock and Peacock's $10.
Yeah.
So
Right.
people are like, what? But
Yeah.
like if you're someone like me and forgot it, you had it bundled with Disney. Well, then you don't really care. It's
Right,
Like it's already
exactly.
there.
Let's face it, a lot of people already had it bundled.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
I
gonna
think
realize
my
it later.
phone
It's the
provider
smarter
gives it to
thing.
me. Like everybody's got
Yeah.
it. bundled.
People are freaking out. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so WWE shout out WrestlePalooza. It's gonna be a grand old time.
There you go.
There you go.
Now on to movie talk,
Right.
or show talk, depending on which
Yeah.
way we go with this.
You know, for the audience viewing, it's been no time since the last podcast.
Absolutely.
But because I know you watch all of them. But for us, it's been 2 weeks.
Yep.
In a couple weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and we ended it with saying we each decide our top three, right?
Yep.
Top three miniseries of all time, or at least our top three.
Sure.
Yep.
Now,
It's definitely going to be my top three.
yeah,
Mine
like
is
it
not
definitely-
going to be critically anything.
but I thought long and hard about mine, and I was talking with Marcos a little bit without giving away what it was, but so miniseries, you have the ones that are straight up like, oh, it's labeled, it is
Right.
a miniseries, and then I have a couple that I actually just noticed I have two. So two of my three are only one season shows.
Okay.
So like it technically isn't a miniseries.
I counted one season shows too, so I'm
Yeah.
glad you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
yeah.
one that like they called it a TV series, but I don't think they ever intended to go past
Right.
what they did. So that's
Which
why
is
I
my new
counted it.
favorite form of media.
Yeah.
One season, hit or quitter.
Why do you think I'm a movie guy so much?
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
I it's not that I don't like shows, but I like a beginning, a middle, and an end, and I don't want to wait 10 years to finish.
Right.
Fair.
You know,
Absolutely fair.
I don't want to wait 10 years to finish a show.
Shout
I
out
mean,
my Full Metal Alchemist fans.
That-
or Walking
22
Dead, where
years.
you watch 7 years of it,
Listen,
Yeah.
and then you get to season 7 and you're like, this stinks.
spoilers. Once the Beth saga was over,
Yeah.
I was out.
Yeah, and you wasted 5 years.
Yeah. That's true. Absolutely.
Because you didn't even finish the show.
That's right.
That's how I
Yeah.
felt. I didn't
Yeah.
finish 8 through 10 or 11 or whatever they're on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I'm done.
I wasn't that invested in it.
No.
At all.
Oh, the first season was so good. It changed.
Yeah,
it
so
changed
I've
it.
watched episodes, and I could get into it a little bit, but I just.
Did
no.
you watch it when it came out on AMC?
I
Because
was-
originally
I
it was
didn't.
not a big deal.
No, it was 6 episodes.
Yeah, I was watching it with some folks that were really into it because they had read the graphic novel, and
Okay.
so
The first
and
season,
so I could
6
appreciate it
seasons, or
because of
6
the
episodes,
graphic
great.
novel. But yeah, I wasn't.
I remember when it came out, I was still kind of a kid. I don't know what year did that come out.
2009.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I was like,
I didn't even
was a little
graduate
kid.
high school.
Okay.
It was the year I graduated, but it was like before I graduated. So I was like
I was
17.
in like 7th grade.
Yeah,
great.
like
Something
it got big when I was in college, and so that's
Yeah.
when everybody was hooked on it. Got to be every week, and that's where it's like at college people would have it on. I'm like,
Sure.
yeah, sure, I'll watch an episode or two.
Look, and we'll get into our theme here, but can I tell you something? We're about to have a Walking Dead talk real quick. So,
Okay, good.
let me just tell you, I got 7 seasons in, right?
Right.
You watch 7 years of a show. There's stakes. There's people dying left and right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if one of your favorites is going to live or die. And then season 7 gets there, right? And here's the thing that really, and maybe because I read too many news things or whatever, but what really pissed me off before the show got bad was that they announced Rick resigned, this person resigned. They announced
Everybody resigned for multiple
they
year
announced
contracts.
all the big people signed
Right.
for like 5 more years, and you're like,
well,
well,
they're
then none of them
live.
are dying,
Yeah.
because you're not going to re-sign them to kill them,
Right.
Oh,
And
that'd
so
be
you're like,
such good publicity though. Imagine they put that out as like a
Yeah.
fake article,
Right.
Yeah.
and off them in the first episode. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, 'cause
everybody
it was
would
literally right
die.
after
That's a
the
Game of
Negan-
Thrones type of movie.
Yeah, that
right
is,
there,
for
yeah.
sure.
because it was like right after the Negan thing. It was either 6 or 7
Right.
when they
Yeah.
introduced Negan. They killed off 2 big characters, and I was like, oh god, like it was Game of Thrones. We're like, oh no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they instantly announced everyone resigned, even Negan. So you're
Yeah.
like, well, now he's not going to die. Like I know I'm stuck with
Right.
him for 5 more years. So then I'm like, so not only did I know there's no stakes, but then the show got bad.
Yeah.
So there's no stakes and it's stinky. I'm out.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it. Don't announce you resigned everybody.
No, yeah.
Keep it
and
secret.
At that time, I wasn't reading those,
Yeah.
so I wasn't.
And
yeah,
I
like-
was like a freak. And I'm like mad.
I was too young to even like care. Like I was just like it was on TV. I
Right.
watched-
yeah,
I
I'm
watched
like
out,
this
it.
is doo doo.
Zombies get
so
stabbed.
I watch Invincible, so does that count? Because it's like
Yes.
half the voice cast is all the same people. So
Yep.
Yeah,
Like-
and you have a better time than we did. Yeah.
You know, that, I'm kind of like you with Walking Dead. Like Invincible, watched the first season. I was like, I just couldn't get into
it's not
it.
quite of a big of a following though on that one. I
No,
like
definitely
Invincible.
not. Well,
It's
Walking
cool.
Dead took over the whole world.
Well, yeah, exactly.
There's some shows that you get
It's like-
into it. It was kind of like Game of Thrones I loved, and then House of Dragons started, and I watched the first episode, and I was like, you know what?
I want
Yeah.
to love Game of Thrones. I do.
The first
Love
5 seasons
the
were
first
gold.
season was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then that lady got lost in that darn maze in the desert.
Yep.
I've never made it past that episode because I just was so bored.
Here's what you do: you get to season 4.
I need to just skip that episode because I think the rest
Yeah.
of it's probably good.
Yeah.
It is. It's
if you can get to
fantastic.
season 4 and then just stop. Just
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
they all,
Up to
imagine they
that,
all love
yeah.
each other.
I'm
Yeah.
good with that. You know what I did that with? How I Met Your Mother. I did not watch that.
There you
last
go,
season.
there you go.
I refuse.
That's
I
a great
refuse
call.
on principle of the matter.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
They all live
that could be
happily
another
ever
one. It's like, all right, it's episodes or shows that ended terribly that had such high potential.
Oh, I got it.
So that'll
There's
be
a
a whole.
bunch.
That'll be
Yeah,
a whole
that'll be a whole
nother-
nother day.
All right, so who
nother
wants
All
to go first?
well, so you were about to let's
Yeah.
have
Let me
you
start off?
lead
Okay.
off on that one. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start with one that I know y'all know. Right, we'll go there. I'll start with one I know y'all know, and it was 1 season, 37 episodes. Death Note,
Ooh,
because Death Note was
Wait.
only 1 season.
Death Note was only one season.
it's a long one season.
It's
but
37
yeah.
episodes.
Oh.
It is 1 season.
I saw
There's
2
no more.
episodes. It was great.
Yeah, there's no more. I love Death Note. It is beautifully done.
Yeah.
The voice acting's great. It's
Premise
creepy.
was great.
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't know, if for
Yeah.
any reason, it is Light Yagami. He finds a notebook. It's called the Death Note. Then there is I actually have a dog that used to be named Kira, which is the angel of death.
Okay.
His name is Ryuk. He follows him around because he touches Death Note. It's his Death Note. He finds it. And basically, if you write a name in the book, you write their name and how they die, and you close it, and that's how they die. They just that you basically can
Yeah.
pick who
I,
how they
I
die.
always forget that it's actually just one long.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
It's so good that people forget it wasn't more than one season.
The
Yeah.
beauty of it is just it's a beginning, middle, and end, and
Yeah,
that's it.
it's beautifully done. The twists in it are really good. It ends very smart. Like what, and I think too is because it's 1 season. But everyone always remembers him that Light, who is the antagonist. Well, protagonist, but also kind of an antagonist, depending on
Okay.
the way you look at it. But he's the main character. And everyone, I think why it seems like more is because it's 1 season, but the main people remember is him going after L. L was like the main weirdo that's trying to figure out who is doing all this, and you know, he goes away, and then it ends up being somebody else. So like, it kind of splits it up into a weird thing where it feels like it's more. But Death Note is great. It's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Saw 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you get past that. Like at least watch the first half of
Yeah.
the season
Yeah.
because then that's like that's where
The main
it
arc,
starts,
yeah.
the main arc,
Okay.
Number 2 is one that no one has ever heard of because I feel like they made it, released it, and then just moved on with their life. Was Harper's Island. So
Yeah, I've never
it
heard
came
of
out in
that.
2009.
Is that an anime?
No, this one is it's 13 episodes.
Interesting.
Came out in 2009. Basically, it's about there's an island called Harper's Island.
Okay.
There was a bunch of murders there. years go by. Some of the people, there's these people that are about to have a wedding on that island, and then trouble ensues. So it's a great mystery. It is a slasher. It's like a mystery / slasher show where it's like people keep getting picked off left and right, and you're trying to figure out who's doing it. It is great. Music's great. The acting is great. Harper's Island, I would highly recommend it. Ever watch a trailer for it?
When did it come out?
2009.
Okay.
So it's been a while. It literally came out. No one heard of it.
That was was streaming really even a thing?
No, at that time I don't think so.
So it was literally just a one season.
The only reason
just
why
didn't get picked up for syndication or something.
Yeah, like the only reason I heard of it was because my sister and her husband bought it.
Okay.
They saw a trailer for it or whatever and bought it on DVD, and then showed me, and I was like, oh, this is great. It's on Amazon for like $20, or at least it used to be. I don't know if it's any more or less now, but I found it at a pawn shop for $1.
Nice.
Wow.
And so I was like, yes. And it's so damn good, and I need more people to see it because it's very good.
Fair.
And then my last one is The Queen's Gambit.
Ooh.
That's a good pick.
Because I was kind of looking at stuff and I was like, you know, I'm trying to look at ones that I watched it and was fully engaged. And because I wanted to go like Band of Brothers like that. Those are great, but they're so depressing.
No.
And I'm like, they're not ones I revisit a lot.
Fair.
Yeah.
Because they're so sad.
Yep.
But like, they're great and I love them. I almost feel like I almost treat them more like a movie than a miniseries.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily lump them in.
Well, that's
Okay.
a long movie.
It's a long movie. Yeah,
It's a real long movie.
Yeah, it's Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Like, so with Queen's Gambit, man, she did so good in that. It came out, I think, either during COVID or the year after COVID. So everyone got everybody real big into chess.
Yep.
And I remember during COVID, you know what? It was during COVID because I remember getting a chessboard during COVID after I saw it and relearning chess.
Yep.
And I've been teaching Charlotte, who's my daughter, watching it, or playing it. So yeah, Queen's Gambit. If you haven't seen it, very good.
Very nice.
And if you're a chess fan, get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, word life.
All right, so funny enough that you should say Band of Brothers. That's actually my top list.
See?
Because to me, it's like it really
tough.
is like because it's a true full story from the beginning of going into D-Day, their whole backstory,
Right.
and then going into it, and then it finishes at the end of World War II. And I love
It's so good.
the progression of it, and they do such a good job addressing all of the different individuals that played like parts in the entire thing. They fleshed out storylines. Obviously, you have some like small minor characters,
Right.
but they did such a good job fleshing out all the characters, but then also having like the small interviews at the end of each episode with the actual 101st survivors.
Oh man, yeah.
So that was, and plus I'm a big history buff, so I read the book as well, and so it really they take almost word for word stories that they did in the book and transcribe them onto the page as well.
I may not have realized
Probably
it
why
was
it
a book.
became so
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah,
No, that's
they're able
exactly
to
it.
just
Because-
copy it over.
So a big thing of it was the guy who wrote it was taking a lot of his notes from one of the people in Band of Brothers. Was one of the privates. He was I think it was like an English major, and he kept just copious notes for his diary. And so the bulk of it was his experiences that he took, and then this guy, the author, went through, was it Stephen Ambrose, I think is what it was, went through and interviewed all of them individually. And so that's where they kind of got like the main thing of like Captain Winters was like the main focal, because every single one of them that was in the 101st went to say, this man was our leader and he was the single reason why we survived, type of thing. And so that's why it was such to me, a special unification.
Oh, 100%.
Because of them being able to do all that. So
That's
that was
so good.
that's for sure my number one.
Yeah, that and the Pacific are just so good.
Yes, for sure. Just like all those like kind of like those true war stories is incredible. My number two is Chernobyl. That again,
I don't know that one.
that is a depressing but realistic like.
You want to cry tonight?
No,
Watch his show.
No, not even crying. This is like you want to be haunted for the rest of like.
Because it's about the.
It's about the Chernobyl disaster.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And
I
so,
wanted to watch it, but I knew it was going to be depressing.
I would
Like,
highly
haven't seen it
recommend
yet.
watching it once, because that's all you're going to need.
Yeah.
Because it gives like this like accurate, as far as we know,
Right.
foretelling of what happened essentially like minute by minute, and then like the aftermath of it all, of like what's going, because it does like
I think I've seen clips of this.
yeah. So yeah, I think clips have been going around recently on social
Yeah.
media to be able to. I guess they're bolstering it a little bit, but like they'll
Probably getting ready for a TV syndication or something.
maybe. Well, it's all in. I mean, HBO does like one-offs really, really well because obviously Band of Brothers,
that's right, it was
HBO,
HBO that did
and
that
then
too,
the Chernobyl was HBO.
Okay.
And so they did a really, really good job of telling that whole story, kind of going of like, all right, here's what the investigation is like the main point of it, and then it flashes back to what happened that night, and then everything that happened in between. Really, really cool. For it.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Yeah. Very, very realistic, very haunting, but very, very good storytelling on that one. And so my third is it's technically a multi-series, but I treat it as a lot of mini episodes. Sherlock, where technically I think they're technically three series.
3 episodes.
Yeah, but it's like 3 episodes per series, and they're like
so
an hour,
6,
hour and a half.
Yeah,
exactly.
I could see that because it's technically multiple seasons, but there's only like 3 episodes.
Yeah,
a
so
season.
this is one with Benedict Cumberbatch as
Gotcha.
as
they're just very
Sherlock.
long episodes. Is why
Yeah,
I get away with
because
that.
they tell a whole story of a modern retelling
Right,
of
right.
one of the books at that point.
Makes sense.
And so to me,
love Sherlock.
but it is one long story because they have Moriarty that goes into it as
Right.
well, and then does this whole long storytelling over all the different episodes. And so I loved like the quirkiness, how they adapted it to modern day. With John Watson, and then also having Sherlock and all that and
I've heard it's good. And I've heard it's shot
it's
really
very,
well.
very good.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
frustrating watching it when it was coming out because they had multiple years in between it because they
Oh,
were
wow.
shooting around all of the casts, mainly Benedict Cumberbatch's.
Yeah, because he got real big around.
He got
Right.
real big
season,
around
like-
then, and so they were shooting around their schedule. So it'd be like, all right, shoot the 3 episodes
Yeah.
right now, take a break for a couple years, come back, and so
That's crazy.
That's crazy that they even did that.
yeah, exactly.
That isn't usual.
Yeah.
Because even Martin Freeman got real.
Yeah.
John Watson got.
Yeah.
Real big too, because
Yeah.
he was doing stuff, but like Hobbit was.
Yeah, The
Was
Hobbit
that
was
after?
shortly after that. I think, it was The Hobbit, and then he was also in the one with Killmonger, Black Panther.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot he's in Black Panther.
Yep.
Yeah. So he got real big too.
I have an honorable mention because it's technically it's White Lotus. So
Great.
I've seen that.
technically it's multiple
Yeah, I've seen
seasons going forward, but
Yeah.
each season is a standalone season. So
Oh.
each is its own like kind of whodunit murder
Yeah.
mystery type of thing, and they're all very quirky rich people that are involved with
Okay.
it. And
I don't think I
the
realized that each season was. Different.
yeah, so each season like there is some
I didn't
like
know that.
yeah.
Going-
So each season in seasons 2 and 3, there's kind of like a little bit of like overlapping by like casual mentions,
Right.
but that's really about it.
Just to say they did.
Just to say though that it's the same universe and world,
Yeah.
because like the White Lotus is its own like kind of like the Hilton Hotel or whatever. It's its own hotel. At the first season's in Hawaii, second one is Italy, third one was in Indonesia. And so it's like different resorts
Okay.
at these different places, and so it's like, all right, 1 week there is a murder. Like the first like portion of the show of the first episode is, all right, the murder happens, and then you see it from somebody's perspective, and then like, all right, you hear gunshots or you see a body or something or whatever,
Okay.
and then it goes 1 week earlier, and then it starts with all of the people getting to the resort.
What gets them there?
And then it's like,
Yeah.
all right, how do all these different stories connect or interact throughout the week to get to
Let me check. What is that
the end?
on?
HBO as well.
Damn. Okay, HBO.
Again,
Is it?
yeah, it's HBO.
Okay.
I think it,
So Max is the only streaming service I don't have.
Wasn't
right now,
it-
so I gotta
Yeah.
check it out.
I'm pretty sure. I thought it was also on Netflix.
No,
Really?
nope, it's
I
on
watched
HBO.
it. I don't know how in the world I watched it then. I mean, I do have HBO, but I never bother. So.
Right. No, it's pretty.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
It's
too?
on Hulu too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, dude, I did not.
Did not realize that.
Nope, Hulu. If you're a
Okay.
subscriber to Hulu, you get it.
Okay, I got Hulu. So I
Oh
can do
yeah,
that.
because Hulu has an extension.
HBO
yeah,
add-on,
HBO
yes. So
add-on
that's
too.
where I would have seen it. Because
Yeah,
every now and
that's
then
what it is.
I'll
Yeah, so that's my honorable
Peruse.
mention because technically it's a multi-season show, but each season is its own standalone.
Which
Yeah.
count? I mean, because that's the thing. It's like it can have the same namesake, but if it's different.
Yeah.
yeah.
then,
Yeah.
you
So
know.
I would highly recommend. That's kind of like the lighter series because it's a very
Yeah.
quirky whodunit with a bunch of like. It's not even like a detective. It's just kind of like, all right, how are all of these wacky people interacting?
Yeah. It's almost like a perspective
Yeah.
exercise for like a
Well,
screenwriter or
Because
something.
so do you know who the director and writer is?
I don't actually.
Do you remember School of Rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
So not Jack Black, but you know
Oh.
his roommate.
Oh,
Ned,
yeah.
Ned
That's
Schneebly.
right.
That's
him. That's the
That's
writer and director.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
like it more.
Yeah, that's the
crazy.
writer and director, and so
I
each
forgot about him.
yeah, and so he had an interview where each season represents a different like theme. Where like I think the first one,
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's like love, money,
Right.
death, you know, that kind of. So it's like overarching themes within the way that he writes it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen episode. I've seen season 1 mostly. Mm-hmm. This is how I watch seasons. I watch 75% of shows.
You just get a little palate.
I just
cleanser,
use,
just a little
I
taste.
get to the good part and I'm done.
Yeah.
But dude, it was so well shot and the stories were so interesting.
Yes.
Like you really cared about these terrible humans for some reason.
Yeah,
Like,
every
you-
quirky,
about how it
like to me,
works.
quirky like defines everything because like all
Yeah.
the characters are quirky, the writing is quirky, the music is quirky
Yeah.
too. But it's like it's very like
it's shot like it's serious.
yeah,
But the writing is like so not funny. It's quirky
Yeah.
is a great word.
Yeah.
But it looks so good. You're like
Yes.
totally invested.
because it's beautiful. Because
I'm bought in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
because
I'm in.
it's like they do beautiful shots of
So
all of
good.
the spots out there. Like the first place, like the first one is in Hawaii, and they do these incredible like sunset shots or
I
ocean
need to-
shots.
Yeah.
you know, stuff
Fine,
like-
you sold me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's good.
I
It's
need to check
really
it
good.
out. Well, because like I don't think in all honesty, I don't think I realized what the show was.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh,
it was
it's
that thing where
really
it's like
good.
it went from being non-existent to everyone was
Yes.
talking about
Yep.
it, but I never looked into
for
see
that
what
reason,
it
yeah.
was.
And it's always different, unique. Like the casting of it is always cool too.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
you
'cause
always
they
have
actually have some names that play.
yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
I went in completely blind. Same thing. People kept posting about it online. I was like, all right. There was
Like,
one
fine.
night where I was like,
Yeah.
nothing going on, and kid goes to sleep early. It's like, all right, we're gonna watch something. We're gonna watch this show everybody talks about.
Yeah.
No cold. There's total cold entry. No clue what it was about. No trailers. It's just people keep posting about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's a good way. Honestly,
Yeah.
my preferred method. Actually.
Yeah. Just go blind into
Nowadays,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
nowadays,
Sometimes
you
the best
didn't know
way to do
anything
it.
about it or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. All right. All right. I'll get out the easy ones to start because I have 4 total because I don't know if one counts. Y'all can tell me.
All right.
I think
No.
it does. Yeah, right. So I've got Band of Brothers. I think
Yep.
as far as
100%.
story and everything, it is depressing.
See, now I hate I didn't put it because we could have a three-peat. We could have
So
been
good.
off the clean sweep.
Well, I've got one from each.
Yeah.
I also have Queen's Gambit.
Hey,
I think for one series,
there you go.
it's just so good.
It's
It's
great.
just so
Yep.
good.
Dude, it's
Everything
so
about
good.
it, and that girl is that Anya Joy Taylor?
Yep.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
I got the right.
They're all
words.
there.
You're
Wrong
there.
order.
Oh,
ABC.
they're there.
Dude, her acting was
Just
She's
so
very,
good.
very good.
next
yes.
level. Like she was so good.
We chef's kiss.
And not a lot is happening. Like we're talking about chess, so it's like the least active.
That's saying it's a good
activity.
show because it's
You
like
make chess interesting.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah, he
call.
did good
Yeah.
job.
Right. So those are the easy ones, and then I'm gonna throw one out that is off the beaten path. I will say, I know they make the same movie every time, and they're all great. Fall of Usher House.
Oh, okay. Fall the House of Usher. Yeah.
You know, I'm out of order
Again,
when I say
you're-
things.
all the words are
I
there.
haven't seen that.
And then they did the manner of Blythe House.
Because it's similar thing where it's like they do this.
Hill House and those things.
The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes.
Yes.
They're all the
But they did the
standalone
Blythe
ones.
House as
Yes.
well. It's always the same production company, the same group of actors.
Yes, Hill House was really good.
They have. I would say Fall of
twist in there,
Usher. I
dude?
think is better.
Is it better?
I do believe
Is
so.
it kind of like an American Horror Story type of thing where it's like
Kind
it's
of that feel.
same
like,
same actors but just different story each time?
Yeah, I think oh boy who plays Elliot.
No. This is more. Think of Adam Sandler. You know Adam Sandler. It's always the same crew.
Okay.
Everything is the same. Completely different stories and completely different
Okay.
characters. Literally, you'll have the same leading lady.
But she's
I
playing
can't remember her
yeah.
name.
Yeah,
and she'll be like 60 or whatever in this
Yeah.
one. And she'll come over here and she's like a young mom.
And you're
it's
like, what the?
Interesting. Okay, so this
But-
was specifically the one series of the Fall of the House.
Yeah,
of
Fall of the House of Usher I think is the best one.
Okay.
But Hill House and Blythe Manor are
Dude,
both very
Hill
good.
House had
Okay.
an insane
Is that the one where the guy had the whole rant about like when life gives you lemons,
Yes.
you don't make lemonade, you buy all the lemons,
Yes.
essentially
I've heard
comparing
that,
it to like
It's
diamonds.
so
Okay.
and that guy
Mhm.
don't know his name as an actor. He's in a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but I can't remember. I don't know his name. Dude, he gives so many monologues that are so good.
Okay.
Like
I've been wanting to watch it and I
it's
haven't,
so good.
and I
It's
really
so good.
want to.
Now the hard part, you can't watch it with kids.
Of course
So
not.
like for us,
I
three,
mean, any of these you can't watch
for
with
sure,
kids,
but
let's
this
be
one like
honest.
you
What's
couldn't.
it called again?
Fall of the House of Usher.
Fall of House of Usher, yeah. It's really good, and it's a short watch. I think
Yeah.
like 8 episodes or
Something like that, yeah.
Like, so you can get
Netflix has gotten really good at the
just wanna
one-offs
see
as
If
well.
Netflix would just like live on this, I would keep Netflix forever because this is great. I can get 8 episodes out.
Okay.
That's what I'm there for. And then I'm gonna throw an old cut.
Okay.
I'm talking VHS.
Ooh.
Okay, this is VHS, and this is a household name y'all should know, but I don't think y'all will probably have ever seen it, but maybe. North and South.
North and South.
Okay, and I'll give you.
Is this like Civil War?
It is the Civil
Yeah.
War.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds.
It was a novel before. Maybe by the same name actually. You know I don't read, but I do know it was a book.
Right.
It has. I'll just tell you the main person, Patrick Swayze, young Patrick Swayze.
Oh.
My dude.
Okay.
And when I tell you, it was a really good, like, I'm really into period piece, like,
Right.
where it's like the old setting, everything feels authentic, and the acting's really good, like, they fit. Man, it was so good. Now, I will say, it is 6 episodes. The first 3 are killers.
Mm-hmm.
I start to lose it at the end of the last 3, but
I gotta check that out.
for my family, it was a movie.
That's a staple for you. Right?
Well, it was a movie, so you would start early in the day.
Oh, and it's just a marathon throughout the time.
I'm gonna be honest, the first 3 I could get through. That's like 3
Well, but that's
hours.
probably why. It's like you were starting to gas out.
Dude,
at
I would
hour 3.
start falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
So that being said,
That
great
makes sense.
series. But and I will say the first episode is the best, which is great for a series like that because you're gonna buy the box.
It hooks you right away.
Yeah.
I'm so invested, and I can't remember the guy's name, but dude, you're so invested in Patrick Swayze's character and like everything that's happening. So it's just really good acting.
Okay.
I need to check that out.
It's old, though.
Swayze's my dude.
I mean, yeah, but nothing
It's
wrong with
old.
that though. Is it on a streaming service
I
now?
have no clue. Actually, I'll look. I had it just. I went to go look at what the date was because I knew it was old, and I still have the VHSs. Oh, it's on YouTube for $1.
Oh, there we go.
So there you go,
All right.
guys.
There you go, YouTube.
Apparently Tubi as well. Peacock if you have a subscription.
Oh, mine does
there you go,
listen to
Peacock.
There you go. But
All right.
yeah, for period pieces, I don't know that there's a better one I've seen.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
No, this is a British one apparently.
No, there's a British
Yeah.
miniseries by the same name.
Never mind. So North and South. This is
It's
like
on
the-
YouTube.
So 1985.
1985. All right.
85, dude. That was 11 years.
Okay, yeah,
before
no,
I was
you're right.
even born.
YouTube for $2, Amazon for $4. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was 11 years before I was even
All right.
born. But I probably watched it. I watched the first 3 episodes probably a dozen times.
Only Patrick Swayze could make
Love Swayze.
look like a handsome man in the North and South.
No, it's so good, and it's a story that we've all read in history books.
Yeah.
But he's such a good actor.
Right.
I'm like, is he the only name I know in that? I mean, I know it's.
I don't know a lot of
like, I'm
people
looking
from
at some of
the
these people. I'm
80s,
like, I
so-
don't recognize any of these people.
Right.
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley's in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She's the leading lady.
Kirstie Alley, look at that.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, David Carradine, you know him.
Oh yeah, David
Yeah.
Carradine.
I feel like
Interesting.
He blended
no,
in
there's
with
a
some of the other
lot.
cast.
Morgan Fairchild.
Oh, and Hal
Interesting.
Holbrook. I know him.
Yeah,
Oh, Billy-
Forrest Whitaker.
Billy D.
Forrest
Williams.
Whitaker.
Yeah, there's people you know.
Holy crap.
Steve.
Gene Kelly's in there.
Yeah, Billy.
What?
Billy D. Williams. Nice.
Gene Kelly. Fun fact about
Johnny
Gene Kelly.
Cash is a guest star.
What in the hell is happening in this?
Yeah.
Case? Johnny Cash.
I think he's.
Interesting.
Is he just the singer?
He's
I don't remember.
whoever John Brown is.
fell
It has been a minute
Yeah.
since I've seen this. I don't own
But
a
still,
VHS
I'm sure.
player anymore.
Still though, that's cool.
Dude, it's a great old
Nice.
series. So
All
if you ever dying to watch Patrick
I'll-
Swayze not in ghosts,
I'm gonna start that pretty soon, dude. Fun fact about Gene Kelly and I: we share a birthday,
Nice.
you really?
August 23rd.
Oh wow. What do you know?
That's
I know. The more you know, the more you know.
yeah.
I'll have you edited in a rainbow right there.
I don't know that. I don't know that I know anybody I share a birthday with who's famous.
And Kobe Bryant.
Do you really?
We have the same birthday as Kobe.
Huh.
Rip.
Rip the goat.
Yeah.
Rip the goats.
Yeah.
Gene Kelly's a great man.
Yeah.
No, I need to check that out because I'm very much a period piece guy.
Yeah.
I don't watch them as much now because I either don't have time to watch everything by myself or I have to try to get Caitlin to watch stuff with me, and I'm like, she'll be a good sport about some stuff. But I'm like,
I will say this:
Honey,
North
watch
and
this
South
one.
will probably. It has very much like Pride and Prejudice, like
Yeah, see,
Nicholas
okay.
Sparksy type.
well, I might get
Like the shooting looks like it. Like
okay.
you know how it looks
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I believe I think there is a love story that goes with it. Lord knows I wasn't
Because
paying
if-
attention to that when I was a kid, but
That wasn't your
well,
focus at the
no.
time.
because if not, if it's on Peacock, then I can get away with watching like an episode every now and then just
Yeah.
in my ear because I'll watch something like right before bed. But yeah, I need to check that out.
yeah, it's a good one. So that's my deep cut.
Okay.
That's my one like y'all know lots of movies. That's one thing I got.
Yeah.
That shows we're all within the same vibe because we all like
Yeah.
close enough had the same. Like y'all had the same. We had a couple that were the same, and then
Yeah.
I almost put Banner. But it was between that and then my last one with Queens because I was like,
Right.
they're both so good. But
I kind of like the off the beaten path ones. I feel like Band of Brothers is an easy answer.
That's a pretty good one because it's the
Yes.
one that a lot of people go to, especially like guys our age. It's just
Yeah.
like and above. It's like that one was the
100%.
true like first in our generation good miniseries that
was
stuck.
Spielberg have anything to do with it?
Yeah, it was Spielberg and Tom Hanks.
Tom.
Yeah,
Damn,
the two
Tom.
the two of them made it like
I forgot Tom. That's what I was like. I knew. That's why it's so good.
yeah. So both
Yeah.
of them like did a really that was during their era of like Saving Private Ryan and all that,
Green
and then they did
Mile
the
and all that.
Pacific. Yeah. So all of those like World War II, really good World War II pieces were those guys.
Yeah.
And they just wanted to make that.
Spielberg is so interesting. He's great writer, great all around. Dude, he throws a lot of stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
I looked at his catalog. Like I've been
He
I've
goes
been reading kind
one
of
way to the other. It's
biographies,
amazing.
essentially, not
Yeah.
like full biographies, but like write ups about different like writers
Yeah,
and
pieces
stuff.
about them. Yeah.
Just because I'm lately I found a few that I'm interested in. I looked at Stephen King. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
he just writes. That's all the man does.
King or Spielberg? King?
Or Spielberg as well. He just King is the writer, but
Yeah.
Spielberg he just makes stuff.
Yeah.
He'll do ET and then he does Jaws.
That's
He
exactly
just,
yeah.
like,
he
what the
just-
hell just happened?
he just goes out and makes stuff. It's
Yeah.
like there's no like you got Michael
And
Bay.
then he does,
I'm
like,
gonna do one type of
And then
movie.
he does Schindler's List, and then he
Yeah.
does like it's incredible the stuff that he'll put
Spielberg
out.
That's why he was able to
He's
have
prolific.
longevity.
Yeah.
And just
He
think
was
about
prolific.
his first like handful of movies, right? Because Jaws was his first film,
which is wild.
which started off with a banger.
Yeah,
Then you do ET, right? That's your next movie is ET
Yeah.
after that. So you go from Jaws to ET.
Which is a
Then
really
it's-
weird
Yeah.
path to take because
Oh.
we went from like Jaws, which is like the beginning of summer blockbuster,
Yeah.
to family friendly.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know what was after ET, but then Jurassic Park. That was a banger.
Really likes animatronics. Or
Yeah,
like,
he loves it. The little
like little
animatronics.
robots.
AI, artificial intelligence was a big one for him. Like, or no, that was wait, that was cute. I don't remember.
I wouldn't know that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as far as big one goes, so yeah, it starts off with Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Close Encounters.
That's what it was.
Close Encounters. That
And
was
then you want to do after that, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders. That's right.
Yeah.
See, I'm
and
like,
then
just-
so Raiders and ET and Poltergeist were all in the same
that's what I'm
year.
saying. Like,
yeah.
look at his first like 5.
And then
movies.
Temple of Doom, The Color Purple, The Goonies.
I love color. Can we just say that?
Empire of the Sun, Indiana Jones' Last Crusade, Hook. The man can't do anything wrong
No.
with the 90s.
He-
I'm just
he
going.
was-
The
I'm
90s
only at 93.
Because Jaws was 70s, so
Yeah.
he owned
Yeah,
70s to the 90s.
yeah,
He did Gremlins.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, in 93. So 91 was Hook. Then Jurassic Park, Schindler's List,
Mm-hmm.
Jurassic Park: Lost World. Took a few years off,
And yeah,
and
then
then
there's,
went
like, Catch Me
to
If You
Saving
Can,
Private
oh,
Ryan.
Saving Private.
Then Minority Report, Catch Me If You Can, The
Minority-
Terminal, War of the Worlds.
Minority
Dude,
Report.
and this is where it starts skipping a little bit. He did Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, he starts to
little
teeter
bit-ish.
around a little
But
bit.
then he follows it up with Adventures of Tintin and Warhorse.
Dude, can I tell you,
Like-
Adventures of Tintin is slept on hard.
Yeah.
It's animated, but
Right.
it's so good.
Yeah, the dude's going, and then he
He
goes
just-
to Lincoln, Bridge of Spies. Oh my goodness!
But he doesn't like stick like Michael Bay sticks.
Yeah.
To like
Yeah.
one type like
But look
his
at that
movie.
filmography.
yeah,
Like, that's
He
crazy.
just makes stuff and it's
Yeah.
always
And
good.
it's always
it's,
the best.
yeah.
He
Just one of
throws
those
it out
things, he has the whatever gut instinct that he does,
And he just does it.
He does it well.
It's
Yeah,
because-
everything.
It's like
he
I'm
does
gonna make a
well.
movie about a shark, and it's like, but there's just a little alien.
Yeah.
Guys,
And then trust me, Liam Neeson's gonna be your leading guy.
Oh, I
on it.
forgot
Trust
about
me.
this.
We're like we're just flopping over.
You also
places.
forget he did some animated ones too. He did one of my favorite cartoon animated movies, American Tail. Fievel Goes West as a
Oh,
producer.
I love Fievel Goes West. I
Oh
forgot he
my
did
I have
that.
to look at the
Bro, that's up your alley because it's Western.
Yeah.
it sounds great.
It's about an immigrant
so
house.
that's
I
actually
need
something
to-
that you'd
That's
probably.
not it. This isn't in my list.
Dude, your boy would love. It's because he's just a producer on that one. He wasn't the director on that one.
Oh,
He has his name attached to some bangers.
Yeah, but he was heavily involved with that one as
And
well.
I think, didn't he do Animaniacs?
Yes.
I know he did
that
Video Game
as well. Yes.
I'm like, he
Yeah.
had some like actual things going on in the cartoon world.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
But yeah, it's just crazy to me because you expect kind of like the same thing over and over. Yeah, you can't with him. He
No,
just kind of
no.
he just makes.
That's
what
why
he-
all over,
chances
yeah.
are
Like-
you've either seen or enjoy a Spielberg.
the
Spielberg?
amount of
Yeah.
have to.
the amount of
Have to.
pop culture that man is single-handedly
Yeah.
like involved with is
Well,
just
he like
amazing.
ushered in eras of things.
Yes.
Well,
It's
dude,
like-
half of it, 30 years before you don't even get to 2000 yet.
Right.
30 years of film it's still considered in the top movies of all time.
Right.
Like
You're talking like Hall of Fame careers. It's like you break any decade down,
Yeah.
and it's a Hall of
He
Fame
would
career.
have to be
Like,
top. Of
Yeah.
and I'm such a
Like any decade would get him a Lifetime Achievement Award for anybody else, and he's doing it decade after decade.
it's crazy. And I think he was
Not to mention he teams up with John Williams, who's one of the best like composers
See,
as well.
It is one of the neat perks, I'm sure, is that he gets some really great support staff.
Oh, yeah.
I bet, being able to just call up John and be like, hey, buddy,
Right.
I need you for a year.
Exactly.
He's 78 years old.
Yep.
So he's not stopping.
Nope.
I'm trying to think what was his last thing he did. He had one that was about his life I really wanted to see.
So the last one that he directed, all right. So he did Ready Player One in 2018, West Side Story in 2021.
Wait, he did one.
Then The Fablemans in
yeah.
2022, and he's got one coming out next year that he hasn't like announced yet officially.
Okay. Yeah. The Fablemans is what
Mm-hmm.
that's I really wanted to see that and haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
And he did West Side Story. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, I love the original so much that I'm like, I'm fine with it.
Yep.
I'm like, I'll just stay here.
Yeah.
When you were mentioning the Queen's Gambit for Netflix, I had one that was called The Bodyguard that I was contemplating putting up there, but it's another one. So it's with the guy who did not Jon Snow, the other Snow brother, King of the North.
Robb Stark?
Robb Stark, yeah.
I never know his name.
I'll look it up.
I don't know his name.
Let's see, The Body.
I watched one called The Citadel with him in it. That was pretty solid.
So
And it was called The Bodyguard?
Yeah, it's called The Bodyguard on Netflix. Well, technically it was a BBC show originally, but it's on Netflix. Richard Madden, that's who it is.
Okay.
And it's about a policeman, formerly British Army. That's why it's like BBC style, where it's based in London, who is trying to stop like a terrorist
Gotcha.
action, and so he gets involved with like a bomb plot.
And it's just
like,
one season?
Just one season, yeah. So he gets put in charge of being the bodyguard for one of the politicians who's involved with the terrorism plot, and he gets wrapped up, and then family and everything like that. So
Interesting.
it's a very
That'd be an
very
interesting
good.
one.
It's like a thriller series. So think almost. I'm not gonna quite say like Jason Bourne style, but it's shot in that
vein.
It's shot in that same kind of like gritty,
Shaky cam,
gritty.
gritty.
Like that gritty street style.
Every time there's a
type
fight,
of-
you just go
Yeah.
with the camera.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, but it's like that kind of espionage type of style to it. So I would also recommend. So The Bodyguard on Netflix.
Rock and roll.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you check it out. There's so many good shows out there. That,
Yeah.
like, but miniseries are more my style because I start it and it ends.
Yeah,
They're great.
I love shows where it has like a beginning and an end, and
Yeah.
it's not like a long like
It's
10
not an
season
investment.
slog. Yeah.
Like I re-showed Caitlin Lost, and I'm like, that's like 6 or 7 seasons, 20 episodes each. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
an investment.
Yeah.
It's an investment, and
Eesh.
nothing will beat the first season of
Yeah.
Lost.
No,
Like,
the first season Lost is
When
Yeah.
when like that first episode even.
It
it's just
grips
so
you.
good.
the
like,
show died after season 3.
Yeah. So I would almost give it like another category of like what's a short like 3 or 4 season show. Like we don't have to say it now, or we can, because
Yeah.
I've got my top 4 like what that would be.
See, one with just a few.
It only went a
seasons
few
stuff.
seasons, or we only watched.
No,
few
like
seasons?
as in like it was
Yeah,
it was a
those are two different
story
things.
told from season 1, 2, and 3, and I'll
I
give it
can't
like
think of a lot
4.
that
Yeah, I don't
Only
have a
go.
lot that have stopped after a few.
I've got-
Most of the ones have been.
I've got 2 off the top of my head, and
Okay.
I can say it now, and then we can bring it up later
Yeah.
if we want to. So my top would be The Good Place. So that one was with Kristen Bell in that
I've
one,
heard of
and
The Good Place. I haven't seen it, though.
Ted Danson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that one, without giving any spoilers, it is what it's essentially what happens in the good place after you die.
Interesting.
Type of thing, and so it's a whole.
You know what?
cast, Yeah.
I've seen the cover. I've seen the cover before. I've not watched
Yeah.
it.
Very very good. I think it was on. I believe it was Hulu.
Yeah.
When it was on, it's a very very good. It's a 3 season. Very
Okay.
like.
I do have one. I need to figure out the name.
I got.
Yeah. And then also my second would be Ted Lasso, and I've mentioned it before. Ted Lasso is, I know they're coming out with more seasons, but right now, technically it's a spin-off with the women's soccer team, but the 3 seasons that they have for the men's soccer team that's involved with it, one of my favorite just
Yeah,
short
I still need to get it. I still
TV
need to get it.
shows.
My
It's-
nephew told me too. He was like,
it's so
I cried.
good.
And I
No,
was like,
seriously,
"What?"
because it's one, like the first season is one of the best. If I had to put like a top for like comedy or amusing series, it's number 1.
Really?
Like it's so good with how they did the drama and comedy and just the plot line of it. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
So those would be like just off the top of my head of like short, like,
Right.
3 season, 4 season, small completed arcs where they didn't just let it roll on for a long time.
So I looked up just like seasons that only had 3, or shows that only had 3 seasons in the first one. So technically, this doesn't count anymore because they brought it back for another season or 2. Was Arrested Development.
Yeah. See, I would agree with
that would be
yes.
that'd be one because like
Yeah.
the first 3 seasons are so damn funny.
Yeah.
And I didn't even watch the reboots.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do it.
I have one that's off the beaten path for sure. I doubt y'all have seen it, but maybe. It's called Evil on Hulu. And then it was on Paramount for a minute. I don't know where you watch it now.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere.
It's
Probably
ping
YouTube.
ponging it
It just
around.
goes around.
Yeah.
It had 4 seasons. It was bad in a lot of ways. Like, it was bad as far as like the story. You could be like, okay, I got you. I know where you're going. And the effects were not good. Like there are some. It was like obviously going to be. This is a lower budget situation, and they went for the moon, and they landed in like way not the moon. Because there was like episodes where it's like almost if they did the Jaws thing, because the premise is it's a priest who's trying to cast out demons essentially.
Okay.
So he works with the Pope or whatever, like with the Catholic Church, but the Catholic Church doesn't actually like him. Like that's the whole thing. And so he takes the jobs the other priests don't want. I guess that's how it works.
That's amazing.
It's interesting. But yeah, sometimes it's like it's like if you don't show the demon, it would be so much better.
Right.
But then you just had to show the demon. Like treat him like Jaws.
Yeah.
Just talk about the demon over there.
There's a lot of things where it was ruined by showing it.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
There's one it's called, I don't remember, maybe called The Intruders or something like that. But it was like, I watched it. It's one of the few movies I turned off after 30 minutes.
I think
I don't stop movies. I'll end it and just be like, this was
I think
terrible.
that's why. Do you remember what was it, Bird Box that came out? That's why there was people praised it because they never actually showed what it was.
Yeah.
They just left it to
All
some unnamed thing.
It was creepy, and then the one I'm talking about, it's like it was very creepy, and then it instantly showed the thing. I laughed and turned it off, and then went back.
Yeah.
And I even tried to watch it again and show my sister, and we stopped at the same place because it was so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah, and I love horror movies, and a lot of horror movies myself. You know Hush? You
Yeah.
see Hush?
Yeah.
I think like the first 30 minutes of Hush is so good.
Yeah.
It's cool, like not cool, but it's a different premise. And it's so creepy when you don't know what's going on. And then it becomes like slasher-esque, where it's just like, we're just firing crossbows at this point. We're just,
Yeah, it went from being creepy to like,
and it's
he has
like-
superpowers.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I've seen that. It was really cool when I didn't know what was going on. So,
I do have one more short series that I
Okay.
loved, The Newsroom, with
I heard about that.
Oh
with
my
Jeff,
gosh.
Jeff Daniels.
speaking of monologues, the best monologue ever
It's
given.
the opening It's the opening script scene.
I'm surprised it didn't go more seasons based off that monologue.
Right. Well, because they
I
told
would
me
have
see
called
that.
if I was the president and be like, yeah, we're doing
again.
seasons
They
2 and
told
3.
they told
Really?
a story from
Yeah.
first 3 seasons. That's all it is, and they
so
told us a story for it, and it's so good.
Like,
See, I need to check it out.
I
It's so good.
respected him as an actor.
Yeah.
And then that came out, I was like, okay, you got me.
yeah.
Yeah, you got me. Okay.
Like,
If you were a
alright,
king,
Daniels.
I'd follow you in the battle.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly it.
That's so funny. Yeah, I need to check that out because I remember that when it came out, people were praising it real hard.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. There's ones that people talk like Veep. Like people
Yeah,
talk
I've
about
heard
Veep all the
Veep
time, and I'm
is-
like, there's
I've never heard that
several
one.
seasons.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but it
Right.
got all these awards from Homegirl from Seinfeld. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
good on you.
Another good one for monologues, not a short, but House of Cards, the first season.
Oh,
the
yeah.
monologues were really good.
No, yeah. House of Cards is. I guess that'd have been another good up until they kicked him off the show.
They kicked him off, but it went like 9 seasons. I think I looked it up, right?
Was it 9 seasons? I think it was only
With
like,
the girl, right? Because didn't she continue?
It was.
on?
I think it was less than that, but it was.
thought
It
it
was
went
longer
for a
than it
while.
should have.
It was a
been.
long time. But can I just tell you, Kevin Spacey, right? When that first
6 seasons, yeah.
Was it 6? Okay.
It only needed to be 4, at
It
most.
only needed, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, and that would have been a great 2 or 3 season thing.
Oh yeah.
If they had done 3 seasons, we're gonna tell 3 separate stories that all overarch together.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna cover a term. We'll do 4 years.
Yeah.
Dude,
That'd have been smart.
Yeah.
that would have been.
It
It,
was
would
so
have
good.
been gone
Yeah.
down in history.
Yeah.
Because it was just his monologues were next
Always
level.
good. Yeah.
Well, dude, it was like right when he got accused of all that stuff and they fired him. Literally, did y'all see that YouTube thing he released?
Yeah, because he did it in character.
Yeah, he was, in character.
Oh, you know what?
He was in
Yes.
his kitchen.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
an odd choice.
And it was
so
like-
weird.
It's like, bro, but
It was an odd choice.
you know what you're being accused of.
Yeah, it's like playing a
I don't-
villain
True
on
or
a
not?
commercial.
I don't know that he ran that one by PR.
No.
Oh no,
No.
Dude, he's like
No.
in his house and he's in character. And
It was
he's
just
like,
a
Did I
YouTube
do-
short.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like
It was just a short little thing that he did on his
just
own. and
some
I'm like,
menacing
why
like.
did you do
If I was a
looking
publicist,
thing.
I would have quit.
I'm like, bro,
Okay.
you just gave yourself
So
away.
sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Can't help
Because he
it.
blurred the lines of character. And,
Yeah.
A little bit too much
Yeah.
on that
Yeah.
one.
Like-
He tried to pull an OJ and it just didn't work.
He's such a good
The glove
character
don't
actor,
fit.
though. He's so
Kevin
good.
Spacey's one of the best actors alive.
Yeah,
It
looking-
pisses me off that he ruined his legacy.
Looking
Yeah.
past, not looking past, but talking just strictly about his acting
Strictly
ability,
acting.
dude.
And like
it's
the,
so good.
his acting credits are absolutely incredible.
Oh,
Like
it's-
another one where he was just in stuff. Like he just
yeah,
Like
He just
the usual suspects. Yeah, the
transcended.
unusual
Usual
suspects,
Suspects is
so
so
good.
good.
Usual
Yes.
Suspects is one of the best movies ever. Seven.
Seven was great.
is amazing.
Seven is great.
Yeah,
Seven with the seven.
Even something pretty like relatively newer. I say it's at this point it's probably like 8 or 9 years old. But Baby Driver.
mm-hmm.
He's really good.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
really good in Baby Driver.
I forgot he was in that.
yeah.
Yeah, it does a good job.
Let's see.
Using a smaller one, 21.
21.
I
was
love
good.
21. That's
Yeah,
an
that
underrated
was a good
classic.
one. No one talks about 21.
21 was good.
With
And
Lawrence,
he-
Lawrence Fishburne in
Yeah,
that one.
and
Yes.
he
That's the
really
one I
did
was
a good
thinking
job.
of.
Yes.
Well, it might have been you when someone was talking about Lawrence Fishburne, and I could not.
We are,
That was
yeah.
him.
Yes, I
Because
couldn't
we were,
think of
we
any
were
other- I'm
talking
like,
about Lawrence Fishburne. I was
Yes.
asking which movie was he in as the
Kevin Spacey
Yes.
still acts.
as the gangster.
He was in 2 movies last year.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's coming back. Yeah.
Well,
One of them got 3 stars, but looking
Yeah.
beyond that,
3 stars.
Yeah.
And
he's still working.
Yep.
I haven't heard
Okay,
anything
Kevin
about
Spacey.
him. And let's see, I'm like, dude, it's so many.
There's a lot.
He's one of those where it goes. Trying to see what his early.
It's
stuff
also a little
was.
icky considering.
Now the
what's
fact one of
wrong-
his early ones was called Consenting Adults. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
American Beauty.
American Beauty, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
It's like the movie's great, but when you look back, you're like, you already want to be a little.
I
icky
mean,
there, boy.
in all fairness, that was the time of era where they were making a lot of movies that you could not make
No,
today.
and that's what
Absolutely
you
like
tell people.
that was like an adult like themed era right
Bro.
there.
70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s had some of the most heinous.
Oh, they had
concepts.
some way
Like,
out
What-
there concepts.
What was that movie that?
Like Revenge of the Nerds was one that. we
Yeah,
talked
you
about.
could not
well,
make that one
you
today.
can make that no.
Was it
Come on.
13 Candles? Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's literally one called
Any of the
Kids.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that?
No, I haven't.
So,
No.
the movie is really good. The problem is it feels very real because it's like teenagers in real life like dealing with like drugs and
Oh,
bullying
okay.
and STDs.
So
and
it's kind of like
stuff.
a
So
like
it's
Requiem for a Dream.
yeah, it has a very
Like that-
young
another one
Rosario
that
Dawson
you
in it.
like is
Yeah.
real like crazy. You couldn't make that today.
Yeah, it's super upsetting, but it's very very good.
Yeah.
But it's one of those like they teetered the line of just
Well,
like
that's all one of those where it's like those indie type of films that
Yeah,
like you
it was
can't
like
make those type of risky
No.
films today
You gotta be
because
very
they
careful.
cost too much money to get any notice out. So like unless you put it on like a streaming service where it's
Yeah.
like that's
Actually, you know what? When like especially COVID,
Mhm.
Netflix was buying. They'd buy any movie.
yeah
I actually thought that was good for movies overall.
yeah.
so
It's
Rosario.
okay for stuff to.
Rosario Dawson.
So Rosario
right?
Dawson was 21 in Kids playing a teenager.
Okay.
So that's kind of how they got away with
There
it.
was a
Like,
lot-
I was trying
there
to think.
was-
I'm like, how old was because she
what
was
was-
so young.
Oh gosh, is it the Blue Lagoon?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
one that was like she
Who
was like
her name?
15.
Dude, she was like
Oh.
a kid as
She
far
literally
as,
was
you know,
a kid,
everything. I
and,
don't
like,
know her name.
She was like an actual teenager. Was it Brooke Shields?
Brooke Shields. Yeah.
There you
Because
go.
she came out. She had a book come out
Yeah.
recently or whatever.
Well,
but like she was
yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because there was that, and in the '60s, Romeo and Juliet.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because she was like
Yeah.
a teenager in that too. I'm like, what is people doing?
Kind of not as bad. Mila Kunis in that 70s show was like 14.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did it on
She
purpose.
at least had
She's
clothes
straight
on.
She is straight up lied about her.
You know
age in
what?
that
She's
one.
14. She learned English in 3 months, and she got the job.
Yeah.
She earned it. Yeah,
You know
she's
what?
fine. She earned it.
You got it. You got it.
Hey, iconic career.
That
And
she,
technically married to the man that she kissed first.
That's true.
the first one, yeah.
Yeah, that was-
she made her way full circle.
Yeah, she was 4 years younger than the dude, but you know what?
How
You know,
does
it
it
works.
Guys, you get it.
You know, at this point, they don't care as much.
No,
Yeah.
they don't.
Like-
Now that they're
Yikes.
45 or
I mean,
whatever they
yeah.
are.
There's some problematic movies out there.
Yeah.
There are some.
Yeah, that happened to have been the era where there just wasn't a lot of accountability going
No,
on,
and
and
now
people
you
were
look
just
back
like, or they were getting funding to just about anybody at that point to make any sort of.
And that's
Yeah,
why
'cause
with
you,
content.
you could go to home video and make it back.
Although
and be
I
fine.
would put an argument out there that the accountability has helped and hurt movie making experience.
Well,
because
people
you're
were
not
scared, yeah.
because you're not allowed to take the risks that people back then did. Like some of them took the risks because it was just cheap humor,
And it was the time.
Yeah, it was
Like
it-
Porky's.
Are we talking
Porky's.
like
Yeah.
comedy, or are we talking like these?
No, pick your
No,
take
no,
a pick.
no,
Like you
Because-
have your like
Not the underage girl one, but the
No.
one that was
It's
like,
like,
well,
but,
like some of it I want
like,
to stop.
risky topics.
Yeah.
Risky topics in general, though.
I'm
it's
good
like,
with risky topics.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Well, because like, was it
So like
Revenge
your
of the Nerds?
yeah,
that we
Revenge of
made
the Nerds.
now?
But like so, for example, like Requiem of a Dream or Train Spotting, like those were like heavily focused on drug use or something
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
That
Those
stuff
type
I'm
of-
good with. Yeah.
But you
That-
can't
I'm
make
good
the
with it.
yeah.
It's
But you
great.
can't
Drug
make
use all
that
day.
you can't make that kind of gritty movie anymore without
No.
having like a serious name behind it. And even
Yeah.
then, you can't do that. But it's like
Yeah.
same with like comedies as well. It's like you can't.
I would say
make-
comedies probably feel it the
Comedy's
most.
rough.
Yeah.
But-
Rainn Wilson was just talking about this. He
Yeah.
just like had a whole
About The
controversy.
Office.
Was that about
he
The
was,
Office?
He was talking about how in one of the episodes they
yeah,
go to
he
a Chinese
regrets
restaurant.
the Christmas one.
Yeah, the Christmas Chinese food restaurant
Yeah.
episode, and it was like
Yeah.
extremely racist. But I'm like, that's why the Office got away with it, and somehow it's still people love it, and they don't try to get weird with
Because
it
they
because
don't-
they know it was harmless.
Because they also don't glorify it as well.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that's
the
also
same thing as
point,
like
yeah.
Harold and Kumar. Like,
Yeah.
they give him tons of flack for it, and it's like, we get it, whatever. But also, they were just being like, it was just being funny. Now that being said, I haven't seen Harold and Kumar.
But it's also
Yeah,
it's
it
also
I don't
who-
actually know what most
It's
of the
also
jokes
who
were.
can take a joke. Like for like the Interview, for
funny.
example, was like
Oh, that was hilarious.
They got lampooned by North Korea. Okay, oh darn, they can't take
That
a
was
joke.
so funny.
The rest of the world could, but because they made North Korea the butt
Yeah.
of the joke, they were able to get away with it. But
Yeah.
if you made it literally anybody else would not have gone over.
No,
well.
it wouldn't have. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
yeah.
And so it's like I just think you can't take the same kind of risk as
Yeah.
you could. I think they're starting to get back to that point a little
I think
bit.
stuff like independent, you can independent release now.
Yeah.
And that helps, right? Like every stand-up comedian has talked about this.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, they wanted to censor me. I'll just put it on YouTube.
Exactly.
I'll put it on YouTube, sell live shows.
Right.
There you go.
But it's like
It's
as far as movies go, like you can't.
I think we're headed that direction.
Well, because
I hope so.
it used to be where if it was your bag, you watched it.
Yeah.
Or you listened to it.
Yeah.
Or you went to it.
But yeah,
But
back,
now it's like everybody's like outraged.
well, it's
even
also
if they
back
haven't
then
seen it or don't
you
care
had to
about
go to the movie to go see what the spoiler was,
Yeah.
or to see what the
Yeah.
thing that upset you was. Now it's all right. It's on the clip on YouTube.
Oh, immediately, like before it's out, the clip's
Exactly,
out
yeah.
somehow.
it. You're like, what?
Yeah, and before it's all word
Somebody's-
of mouth, and so like
Somebody's director's son clipped it and put it on there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like it is out of context clips at that point too,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like you know they didn't see the whole context of what the joke
Yeah.
was or the punchline was. But I mean, that's
Generally speaking, for comedy,
Yeah.
as long as you're trying to be funny and you're not being intentionally harmful, I don't care.
Yeah, I say this as somebody who's white male, but like it takes a lot to really offend me and stuff. I think what it is, it's like if it depends on the context.
Yeah.
If it's somebody going out there and just being offensive for offensive sake, you're kind of like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But
Well,
like
it's
I
the
wouldn't
same-
watch.
Yeah.
I keep going back to Revenge of the Nerds because that was one that's problematic, but I think it's hilarious. But it's also one of those where you look at some
Another
stuff and you're
one.
like,
Yeah.
it's a little troubling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I can see
It's
where it's a
another
little
one
I
troubling.
haven't watched that one in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's
I'd have to
very
go back
funny.
and refresh.
Yeah. There's a couple scenes where you're like, that cannot.
But
be
something
funny.
like an American Pie,
Yeah.
that whole series,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh, that wouldn't be
it's
made.
gratuitous humor and it's just like it's junky
Even
humor.
before that, Blue Mountain State can be made now.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like stuff like that's for like American Pie. With very few exceptions, it's just dumb humor that
Yeah.
wouldn't fly today because it's too just
It's too
It's
out there.
just too like on the nose. It's just
yeah,
too stupid.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that was the bread and butter of all that, like Wedding Crashers too,
Well,
for
like
example. Or like
2000 to like 2008, that was like what
Yeah.
movies were supposed to be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what everyone wanted, was that raunchy.
Yeah, raunchy slapstick type
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
humor. Yeah, exactly. So
Oh, the good old days.
yeah,
Yeah, let me look at my thought bubble real quick.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah. So that is our mini series. Let us know some mini series you enjoy, or some problematic movies or shows. Let us know if there's
Throw
any
it out there.
Yeah.
unhinged things we need to see out there. But not bad.
Yeah.
So do we have a thing we want to send them off on for the next week?
well, I'm excited to see what the next week holds for football.
Oh yeah, we got week 3 follow up next week.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, just week 3. Hopefully, Cowboys can win.
Yeah. Say let us know
Yeah,
some
so,
predictions.
Um,
Hoping Vikings get healthy. That's all. I'm hoping and praying. Hoping and
You're praying for your medical staff. That's all you're praying
Seriously.
We're just paying for Jerry Jones.
All right.
Please, boy, don't mess this up.
for. He's gonna start sending people off again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think really anything else.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you all. Like and subscribe. Check out the socials, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.